Alrighty guys, Explosion 789 from the future here, and before we start the video, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that this is a complete, comprehensive deep dive into Ranked Joust, and we will be looking at each and every god as of this patch. We're going to take the time to actually tell you why each god has been placed where they have, rather than just throwing them in categories haphazardly as, some of these other tier list videos on YouTube are. Now, I will be leaving timestamps for every god, so feel free to jump around and maybe check out how your personal favorites are stacking up on our list, as well as the completed tier list timestamp for you guys who are in a rush and just want the takeaway right here, right now. I know I always say to grab yourselves a snack, but for real, you might want to actually do that this time around, because this is a long one. Thanks again so much, guys, and enjoy the tier list. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel here. I am joined by my friend Sam/Eulogies. Sam, how you doing today?
Hey, yo, I'm doing good, Nick. How are you?
Always chilling like a villain, my brother. Today we are going to be revisiting the Ranked Joust tier list video here. I want to get an updated one for you guys, as things have changed since our last one here. So this is patch 10.6. Huge changes just came, right, Sam?
Yeah, it's been 5 months, Nick, since we've done this.
It has. Can you believe it? My time has flied, and the meta didn't change once. It's changed several times, twice, 3 times even. So, because that was just before the new season dropped. So we have a brand new Ranked Joust tier list starting right now. Let's jump right into it, Sam. Achilles.
Dude, he's obviously the god tier pick. Bro just got buffed on his freaking execute threshold to 35%, so I think he's amazing still in Joust.
Yeah, he got some insane buffs. He always was strong, but we're seeing him to be as strong as he's ever been right now, right?
Yeah, in the tank meta, or should I say a rock, paper, scissors meta, in this time and age, I feel like protections and the damage he gets from his 2 is very valuable in this meta currently. And I
Good
feel like that puts him,
survivability,
yeah, I think that makes him even greater now.
than ever before. He was a monster back in our last one, but he's actually surpassed that now because tanks are huge right now. They're crazy. This is alphabetical as well, guys, for the most part, I think. Agni, where is he?
Dude, I think Agni is either insane or a good all-around pick. I think he's a great freaking mage to have in your team in a comp. He has good CC, good damage.
Yeah, CC's really good for the team. Good all-around pick. I mean, mages as a whole right now, we have to look at this as, I'd say, like, forming the best comp. Wouldn't you agree? Because it's like mages as a
Yeah.
whole, could they even be insane at this point with how kind of weak they are? Or what do you
I
think?
mean, certain mages, I feel like the best mages are the ones that have, like, they can keep casting multiple abilities at once, and also the mages that have protection shred in their kits. They go
Yeah.
with some of the items that are good. And you know what I'm saying? Some of your items like E-Staff, Ethereal Staff, Soul
Mm-hmm.
Reaver, build some
Percentage
tens and
based.
cooldown. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Even Tablet of Elves has been making a resurgence. I've seen. I mean, is he good all around pick, or would you say he's insane? Because I know he's very good, but
I
I
feel
don't.
like I think he's a good all-around pick. I could honestly think I think he could be said to be insane, but either one of those two, honestly, I see him get played a lot in my games.
Like, I definitely think he could be insane. I'm kind of making the argument: could a mage even be insane right now? You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
like more of my argument.
and not to mention he has the range of Thoth too.
Yeah, I'd say good all around pick for now. For now. AMC, a lot has changed since our last one here. He's fallen from
Yeah,
grace. He's
back during our times, Nick, AMC used to be one of the best, and now I think he's not even that good anymore. Honestly, I feel like he's been nerfed pretty hard into the ground.
his
I
stinger
think
was nerfed. The powers were nerfed.
I put him in meh. Honestly, I just don't think he's that great anymore.
And back in the day, you could even build him like tank with like Rune Forge and like Warrior's Axe, and nowadays it just does nothing.
Yeah,
Really,
I
it's
still
gutted.
I still think he does great damage, but the thing is just like he does not feel safe to play, really.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with all these tanks being played right now. I feel like he is very unsafe.
And he was very buffed, and then he got nerfed, and yeah, now it's a tank meta. So I definitely think, yeah, especially if people know how to deal with him, I think he's on like the lower end of hunters, which is just crazy to say because 5 6 months ago he was literally, if you locked him in, you were gonna win that game, and it was your fault if you didn't. So
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy. Opwash.
Abwash, he's immobile, but he has very good utility against healers. I feel like I want to say he's dog shit for any reason. I feel like he's also meh, but he could be a solid pickup depending on utility wise for utility purposes. I don't see him get played a lot.
Yeah, but in those nuances, those games, where he's matched up against a Surtur or a Chiron or someone with a
Yeah,
heal, definitely brings it. What do you think? Trash? Meh? Where would you put him?
meh. I mean, we don't have a tier for freaking utility purposes, but like I really do think
Counterpick.
Opwash can be yeah. I feel like Opwash can be very like I'm saying utilized against certain team comps.
Amaterasu.
Um,
Dragoon.
Alma has a good ult, but you never see like she's never the one to war. I don't think she's dog shit or trash, but she has a really good ult. Her passive with her mirror is really good, either movement speed or power. Um,
Nowadays, with fights being longer now, I feel like her passive is so much stronger. I think the mitigation, like she's already been really tanky if she's built that way with the built-in mitigations with her too. But with tank items being as strong as she is, I think she brings something to the table this time around.
uh,
What do you think?
put her in a solid pickup for now. I feel
Yeah.
like when that one item, do you remember what the item's called? The healing staff. When you heal yourself, your basics get increased damage. I feel like that's a great item
Yeah,
on there.
I don't
I've
know
seen
what
it.
it's called though. It's too new for me. But
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I don't know
I've
if
seen it
there's
built
names
on her a
yet.
lot.
Anhur, the lion. The lion
In
sleeps
this day and age,
tonight.
I think Anhur might be a good all-around pick because his passive is good in this meta. I feel like I
Reduced the
really do.
protections. Or his two finally got buffed, so now it's in line with other hunters. Um, he's not as mana heavy as he once was. Oh, they actually just buffed his pillar too, so that's really good for the team. It slows
Yeah,
more. There's more damage. That's actually pretty good. I mean, where would you put him? You'd say good all around pick.
yeah, I feel like he's a good all-around pick. Still like a very one-on-one base god, but I still think he'd fit good into a Joust team comp.
You can't
Given
ignore
the
his
chance.
damage. He's got good mobility. His ult's really safe. Does a lot of damage.
Yeah, CC immune ult, protection shred, really good.
I dig it. Anubis.
While Anubis, I feel like Anubis has gotten way better since you can move in his one now. But the thing is, he's still immobile and
Yes.
there's anti-heal.
Yeah, and that was a
I
big change. I mean, two big things. Anubis, since our last rating, Anubis can actually move now, which is crazy. And they entirely redid healing items in Smite. They overhauled the whole system. So
overall, not to freaking put shade on Anubis's name. I probably put him in trash or dog shit because I don't.
ouch. Yeah,
Yeah,
it just kind of gets collapsed on like that.
yeah.
I mean, I'd say we're talking 10.5, I think he could be solid pickup. But honestly, with the way that damage has changed in Smite, and I agree with you, Sam. I mean, and especially with a lot of Guardians being able to totally take advantage of him, I'd probably have to put him in trash. I would.
Yeah.
I don't know about dog shit, but I mean, maybe what do you think? Is he dog shit?
I don't. I'd like to put him in dog shit, but like, yeah, there's anti-heal. Obviously, he's gonna get ran at. He's immobile. I think I say either trash or dog shit for real.
I think we'll have to put him back in dog shit. I mean, he got so many buffs, like with that. The ability to move in your one has just been such a, you know, quality of life upgrade for him, long overdue. But it's just like, yeah, he's just got a lot against him right now, especially in this meta. Mages are not in a great spot right now, in my opinion. Kuang,
Now listen, we got a lot of
Dragon Knight.
shade. I think we put Alcuin pretty low on our last list, and people talked about that a lot in the comments, if you remember.
I do. They're putting us there saying that he's the tank killer and stuff like that, and I
Yeah.
agree.
Now let me give my reasoning here. Um, the way I seen it last time is like you could literally CC Alquang and
Yeah,
focus him and kill him, even if he is tanky. But I'm starting to appreciate the tank Alquang. But here's what happened: we can't use starter items in Joust anymore. And the thing is, this
big
man was
true.
based off. Remember Animosity Alquang?
Animosity. Yep.
You can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. I
You
still
just
think you can
straight
build.
up can't. Yeah.
I still think you can get away with building him tank and doing that stuff, but it's gonna
It's
be
not
what?
as easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
So with that being said, we were wrong to put him. Kind of wrong. I mean, you could argue the case. You know what I mean? We're talking about pinnacle level play. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do
If
you think?
if you're a good Alquang player and you build him tank, if it's still viable, and because tank items are getting pretty good,
Yeah, they're
would you
very
say?
strong. Oh, they're very strong. They've never
I'd
had this
say
many
you,
options before.
I say he might be either a solid pickup or a good all-around pick, if viable still.
Let's be safe, and we'll be on the fence. We'll put him in solid
He
pickup
has,
so we don't get
he
too
still
much
has an
hate this time.
execution.
He does have an execute, which is really solid. Let's do a good all around. If Anhur's there, let's throw him there. Why not, right? Fuck it. Aphrodite, she got a lot of changes since the last time we visited her.
Yeah.
Healing got
She's
changed, but her as a whole, like, changed.
she's been nerfed a lot too around the board along the last couple of patches, and I agree with those nerfs.
Yeah.
I still think the healing's good, the alt's good. I think if you pair her up with a good freaking like, warrior or something like that, like maybe get Colin, Chalk, Guan Yu, Herc, you know what I'm saying? Someone that can run at their whole team. I feel like she could be really good in a comp. I feel like just utility wise, for
And with the knee
utility
staff,
purpose.
you know, like a knee staff,
Yeah.
so she still has like some pressure and stuff like that.
I do still see her get banned, and I think people do find her annoying to play against. I don't know about you. In
No,
some
I agree.
cases,
Good all
I
around
think she,
pick.
yeah,
Can't go wrong, I'd say.
yeah, and nothing, and like I said, nothing is wrong with banning Afro. I don't find anything wrong with banning her. She is bannable.
Would you ban her yourself, though, is the question.
Would I ban her myself? Probably not. The
There you go.
guys I mainly look to ban first is probably guys like Kuzenbo, Hercules, Guan Yu, Achilles, Hachiman, stuff like that. But we'll get that soon here too.
Yeah. Apollo. Sexy Apollo.
Oh, Apollo.
Oh, cracky Apollo.
Very interesting. You don't see Apollo that often in JOUST. He is a hunter, and he has a really good kit. I feel like he has a dash. He has a CC in his two.
They did
Is
just buff him,
all.
too, as of this patch. Gave him a little more spice on his 3.
I feel like I'd put Apollo in either meh or solid pickup. I just don't feel like I like Apollo that much unless you feed him. He's
Yeah.
not. There's nothing really broken about him. Really,
And
nothing
Silver Branch
really.
just got hit really hard, too. So that hit him very hard, I feel,
Yeah.
for his late
I
game
feel like
burst.
I feel like he'd be a meh. I don't necessarily think he's trash or dog shit, but like there's nothing really special about him. He's just like any normal hunter. He has a
Mm-hmm.
really. I like his kit, but there's
His
other
2's
hunters in the
nice,
game
but
that are
there's
better
other
than him.
hunters, yeah. Arachne. The good old
Dog shit.
Arachne. Come on, Sam.
Dog.
Put her in insane. Come on.
I think she's dog shit for real. She's
Self-explanatory, single target, nothing for the team.
yeah.
Squishy, just it's bad.
If you're
Burst assassins, burst mages, burst hunters. They're in bad spots right now. I feel like. I mean,
yeah.
she's
My
just
opinion here
yeah.
is yeah, she is single target like you said. Like I said, if you're going up against a good team comp, like a good 3 stack or maybe like you know what I'm saying, people with good synergy and she tries to go one on one with one of your people, all you have to do is just collapse on her and kill her. She's dead.
She has to ult, and then after ult's done, fried. That
Yeah.
bird is baked. Ares.
I feel like Ares is an insane pick, even in this meta, because he gets a stem of protections from his 2.
Yeah, and then not only that, it's his 3 damage, tick damage has always been percentage based. So late game, he hits you so hard with those chains and that fire combo.
The pros of Ares, like I said, he has protection in his 2. He has shred in his 3, or is it his 1 or is it 3? His chains?
He gets protections from his 2. What do you mean?
He gets protections from his 2.
And
He gets,
CC, like he basically makes everyone take 30%
yeah,
less CC from everyone on his team. So
yeah, and I also thought he had protection shred in this kit as well.
I don't know. It's protection shred. I think it's just percentage DOT on his 3. But I mean,
Yeah, and
he gets movement
he
speed from
also
his shackles.
yeah, and also he's a beads burner. But the con about Ares is he's immobile too. He's easily punished as well, so keep that in mind. But overall, I think
Definitely,
he's a really
definitely easily punished, like you said. But if it's good if they jump on you, you're tanky enough with your 2 to just point blank chain them. Then you can chain all 3 and get away that way. But yeah, I agree with you. That's a good tip for him. What do you think about Artemis? They have to redo her god art.
she has gotten a buff on her 3, I believe, and
She
I think her
finally got that remodel.
and she got a remodel too.
She did. This is
But
outdated.
this is very interesting. She has a good ult, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she either goes in meta or solid pickup because she has a good ult for being a solid pickup, especially she has the CC. You can put
They
someone
added another trap to her traps. She can have 4 now instead of 3.
I just feel like she has good CC, and I think she might be good in a ranked joust comp. But the thing is, she's immobile.
Yeah. She has a nice stim. That's nice. Some mana
Yeah.
reduction. She used to be pretty mana heavy. I don't know if you've played Artemis at all recently. I certainly haven't too often, but when I did play her more recently, I saw, she's not as hungry as she was. She was almost like an on her territory where it's like use three abilities, you got nothing. It's like crazy.
Yeah, and in this current day and age, like, yeah, if you're going the earring build, which everyone's going the earring build in Joust, it's
Everyone,
like you literally get the MP5 from that earring passive, and you should be fine on your mana for the most part.
which is good. Artio,
Artio,
Mama
oh
Artio,
Artio,
big
it's
Mama
been a
Artio.
while. Now, while I do like Artio, I'm a fan of her. She has no ult, and she is a stance switcher, but like I think she is more utility to deal with gods with dashes and everything. But she has good CC.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like she'd be either meh or a solid pickup maybe for a Guardian. Just
Yeah,
because she's more utility based for a Guardian.
I think she's easier to cut off. Like gods with leaps and dashes and stuff than say Ares because you have to aim the chains and stuff like that. But you just have to be a circle with Artio. But I just feel like she's not like a menace like Ares, or like most other
Yeah.
tanks. Like
She now listen, if given the chance, if you build Glad Shield, I don't know if Pridwin works on her. Do you know if it works on
it
her,
does,
Pridwin?
it does. Yep, it does proc.
Pridwin, it could. She could be a solid pickup because if you're a Guardian running at people, if you can backline people as Artio, you might be a menace, honestly, because she does good damage for a Guardian if built
Paired with like a
hybrid.
Sunder, if you're being more aggressive, you have faith in your team.
Yeah.
Let's do solid. Let's do it. Athena. Athena.
Athena, she can now give people 35% mitigation in the wait, does she get mitigation?
Yeah,
Or both? She
30.
gets
Yeah,
both.
both 35% to both her and her target.
I feel like it's pretty good for the most part.
Good dive. Good setup with the taunt. Taunt does
Yeah, if you're
damage.
especially if you're in a double tank comp, taunt's good for freaking CC. It'll last a while without the diminishing returns. Um, yeah, I feel like I wouldn't ban her, but I feel like
Yeah.
she's a good all around pick. Maybe I'd say a solid pickup.
Can't go
Maybe
wrong
better
with
than
an
Ardia.
Athena. But yeah, I
I feel
mean,
like
in the right hands, she could definitely be good all around and
yeah,
insane, but it's
I feel
solid.
like she's better than Ardia. That's the thing.
Yeah, we have to like put her in front. I forgot how to do that. Christ.
Yeah, I'd say
Uh,
either she's a good solid pickup or maybe a good all around pick. I just think she's good.
Awilix. And not
A Wheeler.
Awilish. People sound like they're saying relish. It's
Now
Awilix.
this is interesting. Okay, you never see Awilix as one of the top pick assassins in ranked joust. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I feel like you can build her pretty good hybrid. This is kind of tough for me to decide where I'd put her at. Honestly, I don't
Her
think she's
passive
dog
did
shit.
get buffed pretty big, almost doubled in duration. Her ult's on a low cooldown. Good mobility.
I feel like she's more utility based. I see more people pick her up and play her tank if there's a leap on the other team, like an Anhur or a Hou Yi. But for the most part, I feel like she's more meh or a solid pickup, or like I said, more utility based, kind of. If you agree with that.
I do agree with that. Definitely not trash, not dog shit. I'd say put her in meh.
Yeah, me and you would never see her in our games. It would be
Never.
a
Not
rare
with this tier.
occasion.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga, I'd either put her
Baba.
in. I
Baba
feel like
in the house, crock pot.
Baba can be a very. I think she's an SS tier mage. Honestly, I feel like she's god tier or insane because she can build prosthetic cloak, which gives her 15% damage mitigations.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need the 30%. You're not going to get anywhere close to the capped out, especially now that starter items are gone. But yeah, the ability to build prophetic and still do that damage. Things are slow in these games now, so you have time to like really take advantage of those stacking items. I know they're not nearly as good as they
You
used to
could
be, but
even you can even get away with building a freaking Gauntlet of Thebes, dude. Like honestly, if you wanted to,
and then
possibly.
you're really tanky. But I'd
Yeah, and doing
say
damage.
if there was a mage to put in insane, I probably would put it in as Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Bacchus.
I'd put Bacchus in insane. I feel like he's one of the best guardians in the game. In Joust,
Mitigation,
sorry.
crazy. He's got a knockup. He's got a 1.5-second stun. Low cooldown ultimate, which really disrupts the enemy team more than they like to admit.
You get any follow up off that knockup, which is it's a really good form of CC. They get launched up high in there, which gives your team good setup to counter attack on.
Yeah.
And pretty much it's a done deal. You kill that person more than likely.
He's slippery, almost impossible to bring down on himself.
And the ult, I'm telling you this Nick, I hate the ult the most because I hate getting hit by the ult.
Even if you know it's coming, it's like that. You get these like rainbow things in your face. You can't see. You know.
It's not even the rainbow things that bother me. It's the movement.
Intoxication. It feels like it always fucks me up more than it does the enemy when I intoxicate them. But it's like I don't know. It's weird. Bakasura.
Now, if it was the last map, I wouldn't think Bakasura would be a bad pick. I feel like Bakasura would be a good pick if it were the last map, but I don't know. I don't think Bakasura is that great on this map.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Bakasura is that great on this map.
I mean, true damage, he's got that going for him. Protections from his 2. Ultimate siege potential. I don't know. His 1, 10% damage debuff on everyone.
I put him in either meh or trash, honestly.
I'll say trash. I don't think he's dog shit. I don't think he belongs there.
I don't think he's dog shit either. That's the thing. But like I said, he relies heavily on farming, and like I said, he is more of a boxer god until he, like, one-on-one boxing god until he ults.
Mm-hmm.
He can hit the whole team. But like I said, in this day and age, if I were to play Bakasura and go in on 3 people, I would literally get annihilated.
Get destroyed. Baron Samedi.
Baron, I think Baron is a good all-around pickup. You can build him a little hybrid too if you really wanted to. Even play him in the tank role, honestly, in Joust if you wanted to get away with that. He has a heal, which healing's way better than it was before.
Yeah.
Alt's still good.
Always does a lot of damage with max hysteria.
Yeah, he has the 3, and he has movement speed from his 2 as well. I feel like he is a good all-around pick. Not one of the best, not the craziest mage, but it's still there.
He's not like what he was when I think the last time we rated him, because he was crazy back then, I think. But he's still very good. Bastet. Bastet.
Bastet, interesting god.
Bastet's
Another interesting assassin. I feel like she's a solid pickup. If we're putting Awilix in freaking meh, I feel like we should put Bastet in solid pickup because I feel like the thing with Bastet, she has a leap that does area of effect damage. She has a whip that, area of effect, leap, and whip. The thing is, it does DOT too. I feel like she does good damage, but the thing is, she's Bastet, and if you were a good player, you'd go instantly from where she jumped from, and you'd punish her.
Yeah, but her 3 did just get buffed. It became more annoying. It takes 3 basics, 3 autos to kill her cat now, rather than 2. Yeah. And that is a lot more annoying. Oh yeah, it's a lot more annoying than it was.
And the ult is good setup as well.
Yeah, especially if you can hit it consistently. I definitely agree.
I just think if I see Bastet in my game, many experienced players would literally just go to the place where she leaped from.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's one of the better assassins to play in Joust. She's pretty annoying to go up against, if not prepared.
I agree. Definitely put her in solid pickup for now. Just go back in here. All right, Bellona.
Bellona. She's more of a one-on-one god. I really do think she's a one-on-one god. I don't think she's necessarily dog shit. Honestly, she has good ult, like she can stun everybody with her ult.
Good
and
ult.
It's an area.
Can clear wave if she has to.
I feel like she's meh.
Strong early game.
Yeah. Wild Warriors, I feel like are good, and obviously there's Runeforged and Frosthammer there too.
Yeah.
And he can be very tanky. I feel like you can get away with playing Bellona maybe, but maybe not in Joust. There's way better warriors you can pick. I put her in meh.
I'd say meh too. A little better than trash. All right, Cabrakan. Is Cabrakan still god tier? What's going on here?
He's still insane. The CC's too good. The ult's too good. He has 2 stuns. The ult amazing. The 3 pretty annoying.
Is he god tier or is he insane?
I put him honestly in god tier.
You think so? You ban him?
Yeah, I ban him.
I agree. He's not like the first 3 ban though. You know what I mean? He's now the 4th and 5th ban. He's one of them.
Yeah. Honestly, if we put Cabrakan in god tier, I feel like we should put freaking Bacchus in god tier too. Honestly, now that I think about it.
You think so?
I feel like both are really good freaking. Actually, put freaking Cabrakan down in insane. I feel like they're both the same when it comes to Guardians. Honestly.
Yeah.
They are both bannable picks. I agree to. but there are way better picks you could probably ban. Honestly,
They don't belong. They don't belong in the god tier.
yeah, but they are probably two of the great like best guardians you could play in Joust. I feel like
I agree. Let's do Camelwote. Camazots.
Camazots.
This man got neutered, right?
Yeah, I feel like he's dog shit. I love
Really.
Camazots. I'm a fan of Camazots, but the thing is, the healing they did when they came out with the healing update, they really screwed up his heal. He hardly heals off his puddles.
Heals office too doesn't really happen anymore.
Yeah, he does great damage, but the heals aren't there.
And without sustain, eventually you will fall. Even if you build him tanky and
Yeah.
hybrid. I agree. It's sad, but sorry, Camazots, you gotta go. Cerberus.
Cerberus. I feel like he can be a really good hybrid guardian. The ult's good.
The
I
one
mainly
does
see people.
damage. The one
Yeah,
does
I
damage.
mainly see people pick up Cerberus as the form of counteracting healing. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like good all around. He does damage for a guardian. Good damage. His ult's good.
Good mobility.
I feel like he's great.
I'd definitely put him in good all-around pick, in my opinion. Even if there isn't a healer, just sustain from pots. Take meditation out of the game so that it can't run cooldown med if that's their plan. I don't know. I think he's a good all-around pick, personally. I think he is. Let's do Cernunnos, the Gotcha Run special.
Cern. If it was Cern from like 1 or 2 patches ago, I'd put him in insane. But I
Yeah.
feel like he's also a good all around pick. He has protection shred in his one. When I believe it was his fall stance.
Yeah, his fall stance. Used to be
His fall.
stronger. It got a little nerfed, though.
Yeah, I feel like he does great damage of the hunters in the current meta.
Good
But
mobility.
yeah, I feel like he's a good hunter. Good ult. He has good CC in his two, then in his ult. Yeah, and he has a dash. Not to mention the protection strip from his one and other cool attributes. I feel like he's a good all around pick.
I agree with that. Chalk. Make it rain, baby.
Chalk.
Boom,
Chalk
chakalaka.
reduces power, but the thing is, I don't see Chalk get played that often for real.
I think they buffed
I,
his ult, too, recently. Didn't it do more damage?
yeah, I feel like Chalk is one of the best warrior picks in Joust, but not. I wouldn't ban Chalk. I would never ban Chalk. I just think he's a good
Never.
all around pick.
Yeah, I think he's the sleeper. I think if you guys watch this video and you're like, where's the out of left field? I think Chalk is the
He
sleeper.
he reduces enemy team's power. He
And
reduces
attack
attack
speed and
speed.
movement speed.
Yeah, he gets mitigation in his ult.
He
He
gets
does really
protections
good
from his
damage.
two. He's got a teleport. His one does damage. He's got a 3-second
Yeah.
silence. Knock up.
I wouldn't ban him, but
The Fist of Havoc in his
overall,
ult.
overall though, I feel like he's a really good warrior. And the thing is,
Good
the only
sustain.
con, the only con I have about Chalk is he falls off late game. That is my only con about him.
He always does, and he always will. Something about him. Chonga!
Chang'e. It's a
Chonga!
really good, interesting god here. Um,
Put her
she
in.
has heals,
That's
prevalent
something.
heals. Yeah. Her all, if you hit multiple people with it, it stuns. Good setup with the ult.
Good damage, too. Solid damage for what it is on the
I'd
score.
honestly put her in solid pickup, but yeah, she is a mobile, and you get the two off of her, and she's basically dead.
She's fried.
Anti-heal as well.
She does suffer from that, but she is really elusive. Good damage. She's an annoyance. And if you're playing with a good team, which is what we're assuming people are when they watch this, is I'd say they could really, really take care of her, and she will show up for her team. So solid pickup. I'm totally okay with that. Chernabog.
Chernabog. I don't find much utility from his ult being used.
Yeah,
He has a escape, which is really good. He can go into walls.
it
He can
is
go
good.
immune into walls, not to mention.
They
But
buffed
the thing
his
is,
combo recently as well.
yeah, my only problem with the god is his ult. That is my only issue, and that's what always leads him to never be played in Joust, is his ult.
He's never, ever, ever played in Joust. I put
Yeah,
him in trash, though. I don't know. I feel
yeah.
like I can't put him in dog shit with everything that he has.
Yeah, combo's good. Combo's cool. Dash is cool because he can go into walls, get CC immune from stuff like Ares ult and everything. But like I said, the ult is very important.
Yeah, in more times it puts him out. It puts him into trouble than out of trouble. Honestly. Chiron, the
I feel
American sniper.
I feel like Chiron is a either a solid pickup or a good all around pick, and they recently buffed his CC immunity he gets from his one from was it point 0.3 to point 0.5?
Yeah, 0.3 to 0.5, so it is almost doubling it, actually. So, I mean, I think we used to put him in the God tier, or just God tier is what we called it back then, but yeah, it's power hunters, man. They nerfed all the items. They really did, but,
Yeah. Well, I still think power. Oh yeah, they may have nerfed power, but I feel like if you even still go the earring build on him with the Shin size, so like Bloodforge, Shin size, Executioner, Dominance, I feel like he's still very good to be picked.
Elusive, still got a good ult. His ult always hits so hard.
I wouldn't put him in insane. I feel like he'd be a solid pickup. I put him in a solid pickup,
Damn.
honestly.
Yeah, he's fallen. He has fallen, but he's holding the line at solid. Kronos. Now Kronos has the passive.
Cronus.
At that 5 power, you really do feel now.
Cronus is in an interesting spot here because when we're on the old map, before they changed it to this new map, I seen a lot of people playing Kronos. They went the Book of Thoth build with the Poly after that. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I remember
it
that.
that's what everyone was going. Nowadays, I feel like Book of Thoth sucks as of 10.6. They hit Book pretty hard.
Slowed down. The only reason you
Um,
buy is for the pen, really.
I'm not sure if you'd go Poly in this day and age with the reduced amount of power we get now. Um,
I feel like if you go Kronos, you're looking for an early bull demon. You're looking to take objectives early, looking to really bully. But if you can't capitalize off of it, I think he does struggle still.
I was playing him earlier and I went the earring build on him. It was just a casual game though, but I put the earring and some of the buffed mage ADC items. He didn't feel that bad, but not great. I
Mm-hmm.
put him in either meh or trash maybe.
I think
I'll give it.
I'll give him med because of his objective pressure. It still always will be
Yeah,
very strong, but
he has good CC too in the form of his 3. Really
people
good
need to
setup.
learn to hold on to his 3. His 3 is like a Chang'e 2. You know what I mean? If you use it and it doesn't connect, you're fucked. Honestly. Cthulhu.
Cthulhu,
Where is our friend Cthulhu?
interesting
Blues
pick.
Clues.
He might be viable as a guardian hybrid pick to dive the back line. Um, he would get shredded by Shin size though. That's my only quarrel with him, like any other tank would. But he's very easily targetable in his ult, if
Mm-hmm.
not having a follow up to go with you with your ult. Um,
He did recently get buffed, though. All of his abilities, if I'm not mistaken, got a little bit just more potent. A little bit more damage here, smaller cooldown
yeah,
there. To
I
help
feel like he's
counteract
a
the heal.
solid pickup maybe.
Yeah.
But like I said, be aware if you don't have follow up and you're trying to dive someone with your ult by yourself, like a hunter, that's full build. You're gonna probably get shredded.
I definitely see him as solid, but could definitely go south from there. Could definitely be a meh and turn into a
Yeah,
nightmare. Ha, get it. Kukulin.
good
Kukulin.
calling. I feel like he's really good with the Pridwin and really good hybrid. He can dive back lines really well, and the rage form is sight to behold.
Is it?
Um,
I haven't tried Kukulin in a little bit, actually. I haven't seen him in many of my games as of recently.
yeah,
But I believe you with Pribwin.
there's obviously way better warrior picks than Kukulin, but I feel like Kukulin does really great damage at warrior. I put him,
It's got anti-heal, too.
yeah, he has anti-heal up there as well. Where do we put Chalk at?
I would put Shotgun good all around.
I feel like he'd be either between good all around or a solid pickup. Maybe he has a knock up in his human
Good
form.
mobility. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does great damage.
With Pridwin, let's put him in good all around.
He does now. Listen, he does good early game damage, but if you get behind with Kukulin, it's gonna be hard to catch back up, and
He
you could
struggles
lose your
with
team the
that.
game. Yeah, if behind, you could lose your team the game.
Yeah, honestly. Would you still put him in good all around? Could
Yeah,
we flex him that way?
or solid pickup. Honestly, I feel like he'd be solid pickup.
Let's put him over here. Cupid. Cupid has landed.
Cupid, really good ultimate.
I gave a
That's
second chance to Cupid.
Cupid. The ultimate is your bread and your butter, but that's the main thing. He is probably one of the best AOE. I'm trying to look for the words to say it. I
He's
don't think
consistent, but I mean, I don't know.
he's not on the level of Hachi man. He's not on the level of Hou Yi.
Not at all.
He has 2 damaging abilities, which is his one and his ult.
Good sustain. He's got some mana regen as well.
if you're going to play Cupid, you have to pair him up with someone with the likes of Cabrakan or something that can set you up good that use your ult with and your
Unavoidable
heart bomb.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say
For the
then?
most part, I feel like Cupid would be a solid pick in Joust, honestly. He'd be good in team comps where you're trying to CC people. You know what I'm saying? Pun it, like I'm saying, kind of
Punisher.
wipe them. Yeah. Wipe them out.
He's the Cthulhu of hunters. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Daji.
Interesting pick, really. I was watching one of my friends stream. He was playing ranked Joust and he had Daji on his team. You could probably get away with playing Daji in a tank hybrid setting. The ult can be good if you can't your chains. Um, I'm not really sure where to put her at, honestly. It's like
Yeah.
another one of those assassins you hardly ever see in the high ranked games, more than low ranked, if anything. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I mean, the ultimate's good. Yeah, she's just so. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you never
Yeah.
see her. You really never see her. And for that, I want to say meh, but I don't know. It could be I mean, I guess probably meh, right?
I feel I like her team fight better than Bakasura's. I'll say that.
Yeah, and she's on the line. I'd say if you're gonna, yeah,
Beats
I put her
beats
in meh.
Puller.
Beats bullet for sure, but you have to hit those chains. I put her in meh. Danza, bro. Danza, the magical rock.
Interesting pick. Your bread and your butter. Danzaburo, huh?
I love him. He's got good, crowd control abilities. His three really messes with people's heads. It really does.
If you ask me, I feel like he's on the same par with Cupid, kinda, but he does more damage than Cupid. He has way more damaging abilities. Obviously, he has his one, his two, which is also a taunt, if freaking sucked into it. And his ultimate. But the thing is, with his ult, you have to be very careful, very
and
decisive when
and
you
he
use
also
that
has
ult.
a intoxicate with his one as well.
Yeah, I feel like he's better than Cupid.
I agree. He's safer than Cupid,
Safer than Cupid, yeah. Eh,
and you
ma-
can't box him in his three.
Cupid
Really.
has the better escape and the better ult, but the thing is, I feel like Danza does more damage.
More consistent CC for his team. I'd probably
Yeah.
put him in good all around, in my opinion, or the top of solid. Or you think? I don't know.
If it was me, I'd probably put him in solid pickup. Honestly, I feel like I feel like he's a little better than Cupid, other than the ult.
I'm a flex put and have faith in the audience here. I'll put him in good all around pick, but you guys got to prove it to us. You gotta be the deciding factor. Discordia, Panic at the Discordia.
Hmm. I feel like she has a good passive.
She does have a
Um,
good passive. Her passive is
she
that much
can,
stronger.
now if me and you were playing in a game and you were playing a hunter and I was playing Discordia, I'd literally be giving you bonus power from my passive, which is really good. Or all if you hit multiple people with the ult, it makes it even better. I feel like she's a good all around pick. Honestly, I feel like she's a really good mage.
Yeah, I mean, Discordia. She came onto the battleground, never ever received like literally any nerfs, and I'd have to like relook up her history because I'm just so curious. I don't think she's ever been nerfed ever throughout her entire time being in Smite. I think she's always just been a sleeper, solid. You can count on her. If you hit your shit, it's insane. If you don't, then you're still gonna be all right. You know. I don't know. Erlang Schlong.
Now this is an interesting one because I played Erlang in a ranked joust game the other day, and I kind of enjoyed him. I kind of did not.
Dragoon.
I was in between, honestly, Nick. You get 35% mitigation from his ultimate now.
And
Which,
mitigations from his one as well.
yeah, which used to be 25% mitigation in his ult, but what I'm saying, when you buff mitigations, yeah, really be picky. Well, high res got to be really picky when they buff these kinds of things.
It's a number you
Um,
really shouldn't mess around with.
I
I
feel
mean,
like his ult's good for a taunt. I really do wish he had his knockup still.
yeah, the team play is just not there without that knockup, I feel. I mean, the root's nice, but
The the pin's good. He has two forms of CC, which I'll give him, and his one does way more damage. And well, not way more damage, but his dog does way more damage. It's like another Shin size without having Shin size built in your kit. What do you think? I
and to get
mean,
that off the rip, too.
I haven't had
Thinking,
much time to experiment with him in Joust, honestly. I feel like he could be a solid pickup if put in the right environment, and he could burn beads.
if you're good, I'd say he's solid pickup. But I'm never
Yeah,
scared of Erlang Shen. That's the thing. Like, I'm never like, oh my god, I have an Erlang, what do I do? Like,
I feel like unless we experiment with him more, I feel like he'd be a good solid pickup. Depends. I don't feel like he's a meh. I feel like even with his buff, I know this is a Joust tier list, but I feel like even with his buff still too, it helped him a lot in Conquest and or Duel. I don't see how it couldn't help him in Joust either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Especially if you're good with him, you'll make it work. I think definitely could be argued solid pickup for sure.
yeah.
Fafnir.
Now, Nick, you know me. I like to make you hit like the bullet train with my 2.
It is a lot of fun. Let's talk about buffs here. Fafnir got one of the biggest of the entire patch. I mean, just with that
60
dragon
seconds.
sense.
60 seconds.
He went from 40 seconds into his dragon sense at max rank to 60 seconds. So
You could go from a fight at Bull Demon, like you know what I'm saying. You could
to
literally
taking
give
their
your whole
Titan.
team, yeah, in that matter of the 60 seconds. Honestly, I feel like he'd be a good solid pickup or a good all-around pick. He is very good when matching him up with Shablanque and certain gods that can literally benefit off their stems and everything from their kits. Like Shablanque's 1, Cern's 1.
His 2 is really good at all ranks. I mean, he has a disarm which really fucks people up. People aren't expecting his disarm. And now that starter items are gone, they also buffed rank joust gold spooling to 7, up from 6 now. But then you also throw in Fafnir passive there. So while every other Guardian doesn't have, Watcher's Gift, he has it built into his kit. So he's making it rain.
Yeah, I feel like he's a good all-around pick, honestly, Nick. I feel like I've really opened your eyes up to Fafnir with our little combo we have going here. But we've seen this combo before.
We have seen it before, but we see it more consistently now. I think
Yeah.
Fafnir is good. I really do, and especially like his ult, just an extra 20 seconds of having a huge 20% power buff and attack speed buff and freaking 2 stuns off the rip, and it's crazy. So I mean, it's really good. Fenrir.
I feel like Fenrir is insane. I feel like he's top 2 assassin picks in Joust.
Good flex
Crazy
pick.
one built tank. Even better now because he gets 80 power, 75, 80 power from his 2.
They didn't
max
tone him
rank.
down. Like that was the big thing that was so curious when they took all the power from all these items and stuff. It's like they didn't change like literally any god's power in their passives and their abilities, and I think that's just so weird because they were so on top of it when it came to the healing nerf or the healing rework. Every god that had a heal in some way they buffed their kit to help compensate. Some were left behind like Camazots that got destroyed, but then some went absolutely crazy like Aphrodite. But it's like to see them not change the power, I think was just interesting. I don't know.
Overall, I feel like Fenrir has always been a good pick, honestly,
Mhm.
when it comes to assassin. We all obviously know him as a top 2
Always.
assassin in Joust.
Always.
He punishes gods with dashes, but the thing is, if you're going to play this god, I'm going to advise you guys, you have to be very decisive of when you're going to go in. You can't just jump into 3 people. Now,
Yeah.
maybe if you have your ult and you try to pull beads, that's okay. But you have to be very careful, or else you can get punished. And
You'll get exploded.
yeah, you get exploded, and pretty much you'll fall behind, which is not good.
No bueno. Freya.
I feel like Freya, if you feed a Freya, she's unstoppable. You can never feed a Freya ever, ever, ever. I feel like she's
It's the golden rule.
with the
Mage
buff of,
ADCs are in a better spot than they were, for sure.
I recently watched a Intersect video, and he was talking about Freya of how like her whole kit life, honestly, because she's been reworked a lot of times.
Yes.
I feel like Freya benefits a lot off how the Mage ADC items are in the meta, and I feel like the Mage ADC items getting buffed during this meta kind of helped her a bit.
A little bit, for sure. Oh, for sure.
She's more of a single target god. She can melt if given the option. We obviously don't experiment much with Freya and rank joust.
No, she's too experimental, but definitely if she's fed and she gets online, you're a good Freya pick then. I don't know. What do you think? Meh?
Yeah, maybe.
Her ult safe. Definitely not trash. Not dog shit. Can't justify a solid pickup at this point in time, though. I think.
Yeah.
Ganesha. The elephant.
I feel like he is a good all-around pick, for real. He is not insane like Cabrakan or Bacchus, but if played right, I feel like you can dominate a whole game with Ganesh.
Low
because you have
cooldown
a
ult.
silence. You
Yeah.
could literally protect your team from guys like Fenrir, guys like who knows, like Cerberus, Bacchus. You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally help your
Tons of
team out so
protection.
much.
Tons of protections for your team too in his two.
Yeah.
60. That is a
You,
lot.
you can give your teammates kills. You have protection shred in your ult.
Good
Um,
stun.
yeah, good stun. We're pretty much a grab kinda, I guess.
Easy
Uh,
stack builder. That kind of
I feel like
counts for
yeah,
something.
I feel like he's a good all-around pick. He would not hurt. It would not hurt at all to pick him in your game.
I agree. Geb. Optimus
Um,
Prime.
I feel like Geb's a solid pick, honestly. He doesn't do that much damage.
I mean, they did just
Maybe
buff him.
yeah. If built hybrid, I feel like he'd be able to do a lot of damage. With the addition of items like what was it?
Erosion.
Erosion.
Yeah, that did really
Um,
kill him.
it does hurt you a lot.
And many other, like even like Deathbringer now. I mean, now that crit is absolutely brutally destroyed since last time we talked about it. But even
Yeah.
that reduces shields. You know.
Me personally, I feel like he has good CC, good knock-up, good ult. Shield's nice to get your teammates out of situations, but
Somewhat mobile.
I really feel like he can be punished, honestly, in this meta with Pen being very potent.
Mm,
He doesn't really bring much to the table aside from the things I just named. Like I say,
agreed.
he's still a solid pickup. Nothing's wrong with picking him in your games, but just beware of erosion and be aware of just what would happen if you're gonna go in.
Yeah, definitely in the crit meta, his passive really helped him out with that, but now it doesn't really make a difference as of right now. Guan Yu, the
Guan
freaking
Yu,
man himself, the legend.
I ban Guan Yu a lot sometimes. If
Yeah.
there are three warriors I ban, it's Hurt, Guan Yu, and Achilles. I feel like Guan Yu does insane damage. Like again, his ult's amazing.
2 second
And
stun, can't avoid it.
me and our guys were talking about this the other night. We are arguing about warriors and Guan Yu. The topic of Guan Yu was brought up. And I feel like Guan Yu's ult's amazing, and the fact that you can heal your teammates and get cooldown off your ult to get it back up in like maybe 20 or 30 seconds is also insane.
That is very insane.
Yeah, good setup for ults like Thoth ult and just stuff that blow up people is just really good.
He did get a buff. They gave him an extra stack on his 3, his Tallow Assault. But since when they changed the healing, but since then it made him way too strong. They actually brought it back, so now it's down to just 3 stacks now. So he's exactly where you left him in our last video in terms of that, his power level for that. But what would
I
you
feel
say,
like he's
Sam?
insane. I feel like he's
Definitely
insane.
insane. I agree with
Yeah.
that. Hachiman was crazy for
God tier. God tier. You did no questions asked. God tier, honestly.
really still.
Yeah, still God tier. He has a good ult that can hit all three people if given the chance. It's
I mean,
also CC
we
man.
gotta explain this since our last, because God knows where we put him last time. I mean, since then
Yeah,
he's gotten so many buff after buff after buff. His banner was buffed. His one was buffed twice, does more damage, and now it does. It went from 100% of your basic attack to 110, then 120, and I don't know what it is now. I think it's like 115.
if it was 5 months ago, I feel like we'd put him in solid pickup or meh. But
Yeah,
now his one is doing way too much damage.
way too much damage. You'll pop that like I was just the
Even
same.
after,
I was like
even
level one.
after,
I'm never leveling as one, and then nowadays like you pop it and like bang, you're hitting for like 80, 90 a basic at level 3.
yeah. Even though they nerfed it by like what 5% or something like that,
Yeah,
like even just a little bit, it's still amazing. He's still a great god. Still a
and
really good
then
god.
never struggles with mana. His ult's amazing. His banner, yeah, I, I agree. God tier. He's always banned every game. Hades, on the other hand, is not God tier, right?
Yeah, he's not god tier. I put Hades in trash or dog shit, honestly. Maybe meh.
He's just so counterable. He's so predictable. I think the healing thing really hurt him because back in the day, if you wanted some sustain, you could build like Bancrofts and stuff. But now it's like if you guys didn't know, healing does not scale with power at all. You just get a certain
Yeah.
amount. And Bancrofts will help you,
Well,
but like.
here's my look on it. I feel like the healing's fine. It's okay, even though it got nerfed. But here's what happened since 5 months. Book of the Dead's not in the game anymore. That's one thing. Every Hades player built that item,
It's true.
and that really hurt him really bad. Not to mention, he if he dashes in and he kind of stands in place, his ult's good, but
Mm-hmm.
you kind of just stand in place and you get melted.
The thing with him is like I like that they gave him 0.2% reduction per tick per person in his ult. So if I dash in ult for like 2 seconds, I can dash out. You know,
Yeah.
but
This ain't
definitely
duel.
this ain't duel.
This ain't duel. This ain't solo lane and conquest.
This is rank joust.
This is rank joust. If I'm getting dashed in on by a Hades, me and my teammates' idea is we're gonna collapse on him and melt him, focus him.
Especially with Sunder. Sunder is just so brutal. So
Sunder
brutal.
even Sunder even being built more now in this meta too, as
Mm-hmm.
well.
To help counteract some of that tankiness, so I definitely agree. All right, Hebo. Ha, boy.
Hebo. Now, I notice a lot of people have differing opinions on Hebo. He does
Mm,
a shit ton of damage. He is a very good burst mage.
very.
There's no doubt about it. I see Trelly talk about him a lot and ban him in his games. Would you say?
I don't think he's bannable. I don't think I've ever banned Hebo. Maybe not true. I may have banned him a couple times, but we're talking hundreds of games here, and
Three abilities that do damage, and he has a
his ult's
carpet.
good. Carpet's good.
His 1 and 3 are all like basically mini ults, but my problem with Hebo and playing him in Joust is he's easily diveable. There's other mages you can pick that are way better than Hebo.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this day and age, like I said, it goes back to the tank thing. If I'm playing against a Hebo, then Hebo's not going to be able to do enough damage to me because the mage items are really lackluster right now, and I feel like I'll be able to 100 to 0 him like with the tank alone, really.
Yeah, and you can't really get away with him. What did you say? Meta? Solid pick.
I say I'd be between Matt and solid pick. He does damage. He's there. Way better than Hades, I feel like.
For sure. I don't know. In the right hands, I'll see solid pick.
Yeah.
And if you do see him, it's going to be in the right hands. You would have to assume at that level of play. So, Heimdall. I'm not a fan of Heimdall, personally. In rank joust.
Now, hear me out, because I've been playing a lot of Heimdall lately, and he does get damage from his passive from how many gods are in his vision,
Mm-hmm.
which
Percentage
is really
based.
good. If you're if you're gonna play Heimdall, which obviously I hope you don't play Heimdall in rank joust, because there's way better hunters you can pick,
Yeah.
but you have to be very knownful of his three of where you place it at.
Yeah. Have to be a
Very smart with
master at
your
his
three.
three.
Yeah.
A cancel. The ult. I don't like that if I ult you and you immediately pop beads, I have to finish that animation. It takes a whole second. It always never set right with
Yeah.
me. It's like you're stunning yourself.
If you put a good team behind you, I feel like you can play Heimdall, but like I said, there's way better picks you can pick in the hunter role.
I put him in meh, honestly. I'd rather have
Yeah.
a Freya than a Heimdall, but that's just me. Let's do Hell. Hell, 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 hell,
Else
hell.
Else had a lot of changes, as you know. She can hit the wave with her heal one,
Yes.
and she can also go through walls with her
Both
dark
goes
one
through
as well.
walls. Yeah, yeah, which is crazy.
Not to
She gets
mention, she also reduces enemy power.
enemy power, enemy movement speed, enemy protections.
Han
Her
recently,
stances switch faster now too. You can spam it. I think the cooldown's like a second now. It used to be 2 seconds. So I mean, you can really just switch, like go Euler mode, full Euler mode.
yeah, she has been getting nerfed a lot between the last few patches.
Mm-hmm. Because she
She
was
has been
certainly very strong.
Yeah, people were picking her up and supporting Conquest, but you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're not going to do that in Joust. I feel like she'd be really good in Joust, honestly. She could be a good all-around pick. Not bannable, never bannable, but
I
maybe.
put her in
That's,
good all around.
yeah. She has good
Okay.
utility as well. They counteract against gods like Ares, Jing Shen, help against CC.
That constant buff slash debuff, it's like the ability to just CC immune your entire team, and then also every like was it 6 seconds late game just destroy people's protections and movement speed. It's so annoying for squishies. It really is. Because I've been there. Because then you can't dodge her one and the entire enemy team. Hera, your queen.
Argus is a really good pick, and Argus is a really good ult, and he comes up pretty fast.
Yeah.
I feel like she's way better than Anubis.
She got
And
buffed too recently. Polymorph, very solid, good slow. Takes him out of the game. Her 3 got buffed. That's right. She's tankier now. More of a shield.
yeah, I'm not really sure where to put her on this level of play, honestly.
I don't know where to put her. I
She's
mean, I
very
guess
immobile.
solid pick, would you say?
Yeah, she could be a solid pick. She's just like Hebo. She gets movement speed from her 3 just as Hebo gets movement speed from his carpet, but the thing is, they are pretty immobile, even with those movement speed stems.
Yeah.
Um,
I
her ult's
mean,
really good.
late game, I'd rather have a Hera at my side. If we're like level 20 and we've made it, I'd rather have a Hera than a Hebo, personally.
Yeah.
Itemization wise. Hercules. Like,
I feel like Hercules, me personally, I put him in insane or god tier, honestly.
I think
Hercules,
if you can consistently hit your combos in any situation, I think he could be god tier for sure.
yeah. A good Hercules in a range off setting is a menace to society. Really
Owner
annoying to go up
does so
against.
much damage. His 3 is now an attack speed stim, gives him 25%, so really good boxing even against
Yeah.
hunters. I mean, recently they brought down his 3 healing just a little bit because it was kind of insane, but ultimately he brings the heat, honestly.
Yeah. Anti-heal really screws him over, but for the most part, I play mainly Herc to have the setup,
Yeah.
and he obviously can backline really well. I feel like he's really good in that reasoning.
Horus.
I feel like Horus can be in the insane section. Really, Horus has protection shred in his 2 and during this tank meta, which is
Is
very
huge.
very insane.
Just 25.
Insane CC, amazing peel. The
A really
ultimate could
good
be a
heal.
Yeah, the ultimate could be a little better. It gives a shield to your teammates and can teleport you at long distances and get you in the fight.
Get you
Um,
out. His passive's nice. Good
yeah,
sustain. Good tankiness.
he can teleport to his team, and if they're getting dove, he can really help easily. I feel like he's very hard to kill when he's a tank and he can teleport away.
Yeah, I think they buffed his, or well, they just nerfed his 3, but I think for a second it was on like literally just like a 9-second cooldown, which is just insane.
Yeah,
Hou Yi.
I put him in insane. Like I said, if you have that 2 on somebody and you basic attack him, those basic attacks are going to really, really hurt. Especially late game when you have a chin size and an executioner melting them. Like I said, going back to the ring build really works well on him like any other hunter.
Mm-hmm. You can hit those triple bounces. He's a menace. A menace. Hun Batz, the monkey.
I feel like
Curious George.
Hun Batz could have really good potential to be picked up in JOUST. Obviously, we don't see him a lot.
Yeah.
He has a really good ult. He has all 4 of his damage abilities are damage, and he can be built very well in hybrid. I feel like he's way better than Bakasura.
See,
Maybe Dodgy as
I
well.
feel I feel like he's like when I think of Hun Batz, the god that comes to mind is Bakasura. I feel like he's like a mirror of him in ranked joust. You know, I feel like if you can get him to late game, I think he's meh. But if you don't, I think he's trash. Personally, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the ult's way better. Honestly, he's like right there with
Oh no, it
Dodgy.
is. That's why I definitely say it's
Yeah,
better than Bakasura. But like other than that, like kit wise, like you know what I mean?
he's he's literally just Dodgy, except you know what I'm saying both of them have 4 damaging abilities. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. Uh, that's a very good comparison. Beads burners are good. That's fine.
ESET. If you haven't checked out the video, go check it out. ESET God Guide out now in theaters near you.
Now Nick can agree with me with this. ESET, I hardly see ESET, and I feel like you all should play ESET way more than what she's been like. I feel like people should play her way more. She has protection shred in her 3 or reduction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
10%.
I feel like she hits like a freaking Mack truck, honestly, for the most part.
Hits a Mac truck. She's got a slow health shield, just like you said. Her ultimate. They rebuffed her ultimate. Now it's 30% damage mitigation, up from 25.
Yeah.
Good passive too.
Honestly, I feel like she could be an insane god, honestly, if you guys give it a chance, honestly, for real.
She's underrated. Suddenly.
Check out if you want to learn how to play that god, please check out Nick's video because he is the best ESET player I know.
Making me blush, Sam. All right, Izanami. Here.
Dude, I've tried playing Izanami, and I think she's dog shit, honestly. She has great clear, but literally, I feel like she sucks. I don't know what's about her. I don't know. I just don't like Izanami in my
Her
games.
two adds nothing. Her three is just pointless. I think I mean, I like her penetration. Her penetration passive's nice, but you have to die for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
I tried going the meta earring build, and it did not seem right on her. I don't know. I just don't feel like she does enough damage.
yeah. I think she doesn't add enough to the team. I would have to throw her in
Yeah.
dog shit. Honestly, I'd rather
All
have a Chernobog, and that's saying
like I
something.
said, the only reason you're going to be playing this god ever in the first place, she has great clear, the best clear of all the hunters,
Yes.
and her ult's good because you know what I'm saying the silence is nice and it does damage too.
Yeah. It's
But
good.
I just don't think she does that much damage overall in general.
Yeah. It's just it's weird because she's single target, but she's also not. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know. And you could say every hunter when they're just autoing, with her and her one is
yeah,
single target, but it's just weird. I don't know. It's just weird. It's like Freya, but not good at all. Yanis, he has gotten some insane buffs
yeah. The
since we
penetration
last
is
talked. Yeah, Hyra's just said, you know what? He's lacking. He's a very selfish god. I think we put him in dog shit last time because the map
yeah,
was terrible for him, and this map isn't much better. But honestly, they gave him just was it 20%, 16% pure pen. 20. It's 20% now, I think. Right.
and listen, if you guys play this god, like especially on this current Joust map, he was all right to play on the last Joust map. Okay, he was all right, but the thing is, you have to always be next to a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, if you're in mid on this Joust map and you try to go next to a wall and you teleport through that wall or to your blue buff, I can just literally jump over that blue buff and get you.
Yeah.
Just saying,
No
depending on what
escape.
god I am. Yeah, he does great damage and the penetration's awesome, but you have to really think of these things too, of where you're
Yeah.
gonna teleport at.
I mean,
Um,
I don't think he's dog shit anymore, but he's just such a selfish god. He has to use his combo. His three is kind of useless. A lot of gods are immune to slows, you know what I mean? And then he's got literally nothing, So it's like his ult does hurt though. I won't lie. They have
I put
buffed
him
his
in
ult
meh. Honestly, I'd give him meh.
because his two hurts so freaking bad.
And if
Honestly,
you're a good, if you're a good Giannis player, kudos to you. Honestly, it's I get it. He can be a really fun guy to play, but like Nick said, he's very selfish.
very selfish. Jing Wei.
Hmm.
She kind of got the Hachiman treatment, She was really, really popular. The end of last season, the beginning of this season. With like her basic attacks hitting harder with it too. But
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, I don't know. She's not Hachiman at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is a ranked joust video, not a conquest video. So I mean, crit
I really think.
crit
I
got
think
went
she
down way
benefits.
better.
I think she benefits off crit too much.
Mm,
You can still go the earring build if you really wanted to on her, which it would work. There's no doubt about it. But um, very utility wise, really good against gods that can knock you up in the air,
it's
get you out
true.
of
She's
tricky
safe.
situations.
What do you think though? Solid pickup, meh, not trash.
I'd put her right next to AMC, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, AMC's probably gonna do more for the team ultimately, but she's just like a safer pick, and a hunter that's alive is more useful than a hunter that's dead. So I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see. Jormungandr, he's gotten better.
Yorm. Really interesting. Really interesting. Very good hybrid god. Very good god to build hybrid on.
His ult's always
Um,
been solid. His three got buffed. It's got a higher knockup now.
if you're gonna go freaking Yorm in my game, I feel like there's way better guardians you can pick, of course, if you're
Yes.
gonna run at the enemy team. The bad thing about Yorm is he's going to get shredded as he's channeling his ult,
Yes. It's a long time you're channeling that.
and you get really punished easily if you get CC'd by gods because you're passive. When you get CC'd, you get I think is it more damage you
Yeah,
take?
10% more damage per stack.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all.
That's not good. They did have a change on them that I thought was really interesting. If you get revealed while you're in your three, you no longer lose that movement speed. So you keep it now. So I don't know. What do you think? Meh?
Yeah, meh. Only because he can do great damage to the back line. But beware, like I said, if you're going against a mid to late game hunter, you are going to get shredded.
There's nothing you can do about it. I think he has the highest knockup of any god in the game, besides like a Maui ult or something. You know, like you get knocked to the moon. Like it's crazy. You have to check if you're pregnant. All right, Kali. Muhammad Kali.
Now we've seen a Kali in our game, and she didn't do horrible.
Yeah.
Honestly. I feel like I'd put her in meh. I feel like she's better than Bakasura. She's not one of the greatest Joust picks, but she can get the job done if given the chance. If you know how to go in with her and you know how to utilize her ult correctly.
Late game, she's really good.
She is a one-on-one god without a doubt. But like I said, if you get CC'd, you're just gonna get punished for it.
I mean, late game, the penetration she has in her passive is really good. So, I don't know. Yeah. Put her in meh. Put her in meh. Khepri, the hug bug.
Khepri. Like I said, there's way better guardians to pick. Khepri has a really good ultimate. He has damage. Was that protection shred in this 2? A root in this 3 and a grab. That's really good CC.
And mitigations in this 2. Can help in a pinch.
I feel like he can be a good all-around pick or a solid pickup for real for your team. If you have a dive comp, maybe with a double warrior, and if you want to dive a tower or a phoenix, Khepri can ult you, and you can get the heck out of there. It'd be really good, honestly, I think.
He's safe. Nothing wrong with Khepri. I don't think there's anything ever wrong with Khepri. King Arthur. Oh, boy. What would you say?
I think King Arthur's...
I don't know where to begin with this guy.
He has gotten buffs since the last time we talked about it in our tier list video, but my problem with King Arthur is if you try to spin around, if you try to spin around user 3, you're gonna get punished. It's a little lane, nothing like Conquest, no jungle. The thing is, you're gonna get stunned out of your 3, so you're not gonna be able to use it. He has good damaging abilities, but the thing is, you CC him, he basically dies.
You can just never find a way in. You know what I mean? I feel like against good players, you can just never close that distance.
Does good damage, but like I said, he's just a glass cannon. That's all he is.
I put him in meh, honestly. I mean, what do you think? You could trash, maybe?
I don't see good King Arthur players playing ranked Joust, really.
So I guess we have to put him in trash, right?
Honestly, yeah, I don't know. It's up to you.
I'll throw him in trash. I'll take that hit. Because I never see him, and he's just... There's a reason for that, honestly. Cuckoo.
Cuckoo took a hard hit with the Book of Thoth nerf,
he did.
Honestly.
He really did. Still building on him, though. Still building on him.
Yeah. Still does good damage, without a doubt. Good ult.
Good ult. Good slow on his one.
Yeah, paired with a Kumba or a Naja, yeah. I feel like he could be a solid pickup depending on the comp, really.
Yeah, solid. I mean, if you have a comp, like a Neja or something that takes him up, takes him down, easy setup, he'd definitely be good all around. But I think solid because he took a hit. He really did take a hit.
Yeah. Now be wary. Now, yeah, you don't have an escape and you have your 2, and you have to be very careful of where you position yourself in these fights too when you play them. Yeah, because you are going to get dove.
That will happen. Kumbhakarna. Mr. Sleepyhead himself. I
think we played a Kum the other day in a casual game, even in a casual setting of Joust. And this man had a lot of cooldown. He had max cooldown. He was hitting us with stuns and strikes every so often. I feel like he has really good CC, and he can be a really good pickup for certain teams.
I agree. I'd say I put him either solid or good all around. I mean, his ult's really strong. Great setup.
Yeah.
What do you think? Good or solid? I just don't know.
I think he's a good all-around pick, honestly. If we have Khepri up there.
Kuzenbo.
I feel like Kuzenbo is on the god spectrum, honestly.
God spectrum. I wonder if I put him last time. I'd have to go back and check, but he is just gone crazy. They buffed his 2. They buffed his ult.
Yeah, you get more mitigation as ult. Yeah, not to mention it's a tank meta.
Like, you just can't escape him. You can't escape him late game.
You build hybrid on him, and you dive the back line, he pushes you through a whole wave. It can half-elf you, and you can't fight him when he has his 2 activated, and he'll have thorns more than likely, too, with a blink.
There's nothing your teammates can do. Like, tanks, if I see him going for you, I can't stop him. I literally can't. You can't stop Kuzenbo.
He is really hard to kill, and really annoying.
He's god tier for sure. Loki,
Dog shit.
just straight up dog shit.
Yeah, I don't see why you'd be playing Loki in a ranked Joust setting unless you're trying to get him on the God leaderboard or playing for fun. But if you're playing seriously, and out of all serious, this is the serious tier list, you're never going to play Loki in a ranked Joust game.
It's dog shit. I agree.
Yeah.
Medusa, she just got buffed. Her one felt really, really good since we talked about her last, and she was pretty high up there in the last. Honestly, I think we actually put her at insane. Honestly, if I'm not mistaken, her one is now insane again. It's back up to 80% up from 60. It just does more damage. I don't know. What do you think?
My play on Medusa is she is literally the Joust Hunter. That's what we know her as.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is with Medusa is you let Medusa get ahead, it's going to be very hard to get out of that slump because Medusa hits really, really hard if given
For
the
no
chance.
reason. Yeah, she just hits so hard. She can build be
Especially
built
with the
really
ring
quick.
build. Especially with the ring build, honestly.
I'll put her in
Insize
insane.
ring,
What'd you say?
XP. Yeah, I feel like she's insane. Really good hunter
Her
pick.
ultimate is just so good. Really big slow. It's like a 40% slow for 3 seconds if you don't look at her.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Mercury.
dog shit.
Enough
No
said.
one, yeah, no one's playing Mercury in Rank Joust, and crit's obviously not being built. Just
Puma's
get
hammer is
Spectral Armor.
gone.
Yeah, there's no reason you should be playing the Scott in Joust, even
No,
as a tank.
nothing to offer anybody, unfortunately. Merlin, though, on the other hand,
I feel like Merlin is a solid or insane pick. He has Protection Shred, and he has multiple abilities.
good bull
He can,
demon, good titan,
yeah. In the game me and Jordan just played, he played Merlin, and he was shredding people in this fire stance. I feel
safe,
like he,
good setup.
yeah. I put him in. I feel like he's one of the more insane mages. I feel like because the shred itself.
Nowadays, yeah. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Mulan.
Mulan really does a crap ton of damage.
She really does. Right out the gate, she just abilities, hardest hitting abilities in the game right outside the gate. All three
Yeah,
of them.
you were seeing me player about a few days ago, and I was literally half helping people with my two when it was maxed out in the passive. When your
Hard to max
player,
out sometimes in ranked Jazz, but
yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
my tip, guys, if you're gonna play Mulan, you have to utilize maxing out the passive, the three passives for her abilities.
As fast as possible.
Yeah,
What would you say? Insane or good all around pick? I
I don't
definitely
think she's
see.
necessarily insane, but
Yeah.
I feel like she is a good all-around pick. Honestly, she can dive real well, really good CC and setup.
Gets 30% protections in her ult. Her ult does a lot of
Yeah.
damage. Really easy to confirm. Good setup. Good escape too if you need to.
Yeah.
Neath. I like Neath.
Neve took a hit with the power builds being hit hard a little bit, all the power items. You can build the freaking earring build on her, wouldn't be an issue. I'm not really sure where I'd put her at on the list here. I don't think she's insanely great.
No, I mean I
I,
I like her backflip. Her ults, take it or leave it. Her weaves are cool. They're good, important to mention. I like her attack speed, steal. I don't know if she's good all around pick. I mean, I don't know.
I
Definitely
put her in
solid.
maybe solid. She has good setup with her ult if you time it with your team correctly, synergy wise.
Damage can be good early game.
Yeah.
What do you think? Good all around pick or solid?
I was thinking maybe you could put her where Jing Wei and AMC are at meh. That's my opinion though.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't think I'm saying like for example, you take AMC and you take her, it's literally kind of the same ult, single target based.
I mean, you can't mess
Um
with Neath though. It's a stun.
yeah, that's what's really good about it.
I just like that
Um
attack speed steal. I always think that's just so underrated. I really do.
I'd either put it at the bottom of solid pickup or maybe at the top of meh kinda. Or right next to AMC.
I want
I
them
don't
to.
know.
I want them. Everyone watching to try her, so I have to entice them by putting her in the bottom of solid pick. The bottom of the bargain bin, Sam. Christ. Nemesis.
Nemesis, unless you're bite the steez. I'm just kidding.
She's actually god tier.
She is a one-on-one god, without a doubt in my mind. She steals protections in her ult, and
It's
her two,
true.
I believe so too. This is really tough because you never see her be played. You could
ever.
probably. I'm not gonna say she's trash. She has good utility. I would put her. I'd put her in meh, honestly.
She just
She
has
doesn't.
no early game though. That's always been my problem with her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see a reason you'd play her, honestly.
You want to put her in meh, or you want to put her in the top of trash?
Maybe the top of trash, bottom of meh. That's what I'd put her in.
Let's put her in the top of trash. Christ, Neja, the other greatest
Naja.
the other greatest assassin in Joust.
God tier.
Yeah,
Either God tier or insane, dude.
I'd say so because she's always banned, or he's always banned.
Um, if you ask me, this is the Trepid God, of course. You sash somebody, that sash is enough to freak out somebody that beads because you never know if a Naja has her ult or not unless you have that alt mentally remembered in your head, that alt
Mm-hmm.
number. Yeah. It really does scare people when they get sashed because you don't know if you're going to get ulted or not. That's what
And
makes
if you
people
don't
panic
beads
bead.
instantly, you can't react. You know, it's like
Yeah. It causes people to panic. Really good when set up with a Scylla or a Cuckoo. Honestly, any mage for that matter. Now,
protection
my tip,
shred now with the ring.
yeah. If you build Naja hybrid, you have a potential to chance to half health or pretty much get her one shot for your teammates to finish off the job. Pretty much.
Yeah.
In my opinion though, if you play Naja in your comp, you have to be very, very careful because if you're diving a squishy and you're setting him up in the air in your ult, that gives the other two teammates on the other team to go and dive your backline so that they can't ult the person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And if you
Yeah,
mess up, then you're gonna have a lot more than egg on your face when you land.
yeah. So be very decisive when you ult and everything, and make sure your teammates are ready to follow up. That's all I have for that.
Yeah. God tier though. Definitely
Yeah,
God tier. Nike, just do it.
Nike.
Ayanarista be with Pribwin,
I feel like
she's so much stronger.
yeah, I feel like she does insane amount of damage when built hybrid, and she can dive backline real well, and she has a really good shield in her ult. I
Good
feel like she's a good
mobility, good
all-around pick.
zoning. You just can't stop her. Even his backline, like I see a Nike jump and start wanting me, and I just take that damage, and it does so much damage. I'd say she's insane right now, personally. What do you think?
I could put her at the bottom and center or top of goal on pick. I would never ban her
Nah,
for like
never.
out of the warriors personally. The only warriors, like I said, you're gonna see me ban is Hercules,
Guan
Guan
Yu,
Yu,
Horus, maybe.
yeah, Horus maybe too, and Achilles. And the thing is like those gods have way more utility than what Nike does. Yeah, Nike can do a lot of damage to you, but you guys need to keep in mind if you guys are ulting as Nike, there's one item that's going to ruin your day. Actually, there are multiple items these days. Gem of Isolation, which reduces your shield, erosion,
Erosion,
sunder.
Sunder,
Yeah, so I'd put her at the top of freaking good
good
all
all
around
around
pick,
pick.
honestly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot that those items are really as prevalent as they are if you show her face and something like that.
Yeah, but she has been receiving a good amount of play. I'm happy for Nike players. That's very
It's
good.
good because she's never been a good pick. You know what I mean? Really,
Yeah.
never. Nox.
Nox is very interesting. If you have a good setup or if you can hit your Nox abilities, I feel like you can be very good with her. I feel like she's a good solid pickup. Nothing really good all around about her aside from her silence and grab, but she has good CC, good ult.
A lot of flash damage with her quick little dash in. Honestly, I kind of want to make a god. God, this is inspiring me to make a god guide for Nox because like the amount of damage she can do instantly with her three is just insane. Also, the fact that she lowers out damage output by 40% for 5 seconds if you tag him with her ult, which is always up because it's on such a low cooldown. I don't know. I think she's definitely good. Definitely solid
Yeah,
pickup. But if you hit your shit consistently, you know you're working your way up on the ranks for sure.
yeah.
Nuwa.
Nua,
We'll go on Nuwa.
a late to mid game Nua, mid to late game Nua, she can do a lot of damage. A really ton of damage, but the problem with her is she is very easy to dive.
Mm,
Once she uses her combo, she is very, very vulnerable. You
I'd
might be able
say
to.
I'd say meh. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. Her ult can do good damage late game. She's a really late game god, I feel like. Mid to late game god.
If you get there, you will be rewarded. But if not, in ranked joust, more than likely you will get shut down. Unfortunately. Odin. Odin's really good.
I feel like Odin is a good solid pickup of the warriors. He can dive really well and do very good damage to the back line. He's a very
Anti-heal's
early
nice.
yeah, he's an early game god. The problem with Odin is you can tell where he's gonna leap at, which if you synergize with your tank, as soon as he gets from his leap, you could literally stun him and kill him. That is the way I look at it.
Solid pick or good all around pick? I don't know.
I feel like he's a solid pick.
I think he's at the top of solid
Yeah.
pickup.
There's
Definitely.
nothing wrong with playing Odin, but I'm just warning you. Like, these are the things I see in my head. You jump in with Odin, you're gonna get stunned, you're gonna get punished, and you probably might die if you don't have follow up. That's the way I see it.
Olaron, the black man.
Oleron, another guy with a good ult. Like I said, mage ADC items are really good. You don't see Oleron that often. You really don't see Oleron that often. That's because, like I said, it depends on how good the mage ADC items are. Just like Freya.
Zolt is really good. He's definitely probably the best of the mage ADCs. So definitely in meta for sure. I mean, with a Zolt, we think could be solid pickup in this meta.
Yeah, if your tank holds someone still for you, if you can hit your basics and abilities with Oleron, then you could be able to do a crap ton of damage. Really good.
I agree. Osiris.
Osiris.
You
can dive the back.
You know I hate Osiris, Sam. You know I hate.
Yeah, I know you hate Osiris, and I'm gonna be real with you. I do not like Osiris in this meta either. If you're gonna play Osiris, you better be prepared. You gotta have Frostbound Hammer, probably a Shin size in your build too.
Mm-hmm.
You can dive the back line real well. I feel like he's meh, honestly. I don't feel like he brings much to the table, honestly, either.
I mean, the slow and the movement speed. I mean, his 3.
Yeah, you can easily get out of his 3 if you have a dash.
He's like a hunter that is a melee god. I feel like that's like the perfect way to sum him up. I really do. I think he's not really a warrior. You know,
like I said, I feel like you can get out of his 3 real easily. His ult has good anti-heal. It reduces all healing you get. Like I said, you can literally just CC him and he dies. Like,
I mean, personally, I look at Trash and I see Nemesis, and I'm like, I would much rather have a Nemesis than an Osiris, in my opinion. Yeah. So I feel like I would put him in Trash.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's trash. I hate that god. Pele. Moana.
Pele's been getting seen a lot in Conquest play, which I'm glad. You can build her hybrid. This is a ranked Joust tier list though, so it'd be hard to really be sure where to place her at.
You never see her, but she's far from dog shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But not far, you know. I don't know, what do you think? Meh? Safe to play or meh? Her damage is pretty good.
Put her in Trash right next to Nemesis.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe at the end of meh or something, but like, you can build her hybrid if you want, but you're never going to see a Pele in a ranked Joust setting. Sorry.
And there's a reason for that. I agree. Put her in Trash. Penelope Pitstop herself.
Now, last time I said I thought we put Persephone at one of the top spots for the mages in our tier list 5 months ago. Very, very interesting god. She has a good ult. I can just put someone in their place, and teammates if they're in the area.
Her ability to zone is really strong.
I feel like she's a good all-around pick for a mage, maybe. I wish they would revert her. I'm not a Persephone revert fan, or you know what I'm saying, but like, I do like her old kit better than her new kit.
Yeah, it was a lot more manageable. I think. I feel. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
if you have good CC on your team and good setup, the ult's very good, and their other abilities good. You can blow up somebody real easily. I feel like she's a good all-around pickup.
Pretty safe. Yeah, definitely. I'd probably put her at the top of good all-around pickup, honestly. I think that's fair. Poseidon. Yeah. He was really crazy with Doom Orb like a couple patches ago, but Zoom Orb, he was zooming. But that was more of a conquest thing, but I don't know, in
Yeah.
Joust, you never really see him, but what do you think?
Poseidon has one of the best ults in the game, without a doubt in my mind. The Kraken. He is
It brings the heat.
easily diveable, though. He has no escape. He's pretty fast with his 2. And they just gave him attack speed on that same 2.
Yeah, finally. Finally.
So Nick's lawnmower build's even better.
It
Um,
is. Yeah, baby. The lawnmower.
if it were me, honestly, there's way better mages you can pick up aside from Poseidon. He's very easy to kill.
Would you rather have
Obviously,
a Poseidon or a Neja? Or not freaking Nua? Christ.
I'd rather have a Poseidon than a Freya, honestly. But like I said, he's very easy to kill. What do you think?
He is easy to kill, but that ult is pretty good. I'd say I'd still put him in meh, though. Personally, I put him in meh.
Yeah.
Raijin.
Raijin recently
I
also
don't know
got buffed with
Raijin.
his Raiju.
Yeah, got an extra thing. Some more damage.
I'm gonna be real with you here. I'm a big Raijin fan. I am a big Raijin fan. I'd put him in meh. I don't necessarily think
I
he's
love
trash,
that.
bro.
Dude, I love
I,
that cut so much. I'm gonna put him in meh.
but the thing is, I'm not saying it because I'm biased,
You're
but
not delirious, Sam. You know he does no damage early
but
mid
the
game.
problem we know the problem with Osiris. Yeah, he does no damage early game. Not to mention his dash is not what it used to be. His teleport.
They neutered him. I guess I have to put him in meh.
Yeah.
This reasoning. His
I feel
ult
like
is good.
he has more utility than I mean Hades ult is good because he can pull people in and burns beads, but you know what I'm saying? He does have a really good ult. Honestly, you'd have to our viewers they'd have to really experiment with him more. I feel like he does really good damage nowadays.
But you'd want to
But
stop playing Smite if you kept experimenting with him.
yeah.
He does that effect on you. Christ. Rama. Just say Rama.
Rama.
The Jordan Shah himself, Papa Smurf.
You're not gonna see a Rama get played often in Joust. He's really good with the the earring build.
He is solid, for sure, but you do never see him. His ult is kind of like Chernabog in the sense that it kind of cripples you for the most part. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's. I feel like Rama
Meh.
versus Apollo. Probably have a Rama.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Ra. What about Ra? Ra's been a little exciting. Since we last talked about him, he got true damage on his ult. 5% of your maximum health will be additional true damage. They buffed his protections and power of his 3. He hits pretty hard, slippery, but he's still Ra at the end of the day. What do you think, Sam?
Now hear me out. I've been seeing Ra get played a lot. I know there's this guy I always ran into. His name is like I Heart Chipmunks or something. And he always played Ra. I don't know why, but he's a really good Ra player. And I love Ra too. I feel like Ra does a lot of damage, and he recently got buffed again in
Mm-hmm.
this patch with his 3, his heal, and his protections, and his power.
He's a mobile,
Um,
though. That's the only problem.
yes, he is a mobile.
Would you say solid pickup?
Yeah, I feel like if we put Ra in solid pickup, I feel like we have to put Poseidon in solid pickup too, just to be fair to ourselves here. Honestly,
I
what do you think?
guess. It's just the thing. I don't know. Ra
I
just
feel like
has Ra has so much damage going in and out of him, whereas Poseidon it's very bursty. You know what I mean? Like if Ra misses a laser, guess what? He's got another one coming up in 5 seconds, and it'll still hit you for 800. You know,
yeah, and his
whereas
ult comes up every like 40 seconds.
every 40 seconds, and it's so easily confirmable. I think that's the difference between him and Poseidon. But I
Yeah,
think that he's limited to solid, and he'll never be higher because he's immobile. So I'm fine with putting him at the bottom of solid pick and keeping
yeah.
Poseidon where he is.
If you match him up with a Kumba or Naja, it's easy pickings for you, honestly. And if you
Mm-hmm.
can hit your ult consistently in your lasers, then you could honestly he could really be a good all-around pick in my eyes too.
I agree. I agree. The I Heart Chipmunk guy should have been playing Rat rather than Raw.
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's funny because I've always seen him playing Raw.
It's funny, though. He should be playing Rat. Where is Rat, you think? You never see Rat, really.
Yeah, and Rat's another one of them assassins. You can build him a pretty good hybrid. Really can.
Mm-hmm.
His
He has
acorns,
options.
all his acorns recently got nerfed. That's one thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen that.
I did just see
Um,
that. But he needed it because of, just
yeah,
overtuned.
really good ult. He has a knock up in his ult, global, even that. Stun in his 3 and a slow in his dash. And protection shred in his 2. He could
Yeah.
possibly be a good solid pickup, honestly, or a freak. He could be in the meth factor too.
I
Depends,
think
really.
with his ability to flex different roles, I think he belongs in solid if you know what you're doing with
Yeah.
him. I agree. Ravana, he just got buffed. Ravana just got.
Big shield buff and big hybrid buff for Ravana. I've been
Yeah.
seeing Ravana a little bit. Um, the somersault kick is really good. There's two. You can go immune like a Chang'e too, and that's really good. I like that ability. He gets damage mitigation in his ult, which makes him powerful. I feel like he's a good all-around pick, honestly, if you build him hybrid. That's just me. And the shield's even better now, even with Pridwin.
What is it up to 8% or something?
I
Or
believe so.
which is crazy. Almost, a quarter of your health bar for just popping like three
Yeah.
abilities.
In my opinion, I think you should at least have another tank on your team if you want to go double tank with a Robin on your team.
Because
But
he
I don't
really
think,
struggles with, and I have to emphasize, I know I did last time, but he really struggles with waves. He can't clear
yeah.
waves
If you're
at
going to
all.
play this god, I just advise just to have another tank on your team too. Make
Yeah.
the dive easier. Because you can't be the only tank.
Scylla, chicken dinner.
I played solo last night in one of my ranked Joust games, and she felt amazing. Really good.
Really,
I feel
really
like,
benefits from her passive. They haven't touched it. You get a free 100 power, which is almost a rod up to Hootie at this point, honestly. A free rod up to Hootie. What do you think, Sam?
yeah, I feel like Scylla is a very good pick. Yeah, she gets 25 power from upgrading her abilities and her passive. Each was that each ability? Is it
Yeah, each ability gives you
maxing out?
25.
Yeah, I feel like the
Protection
ult is
reduction on her,
also good
too.
too. Yeah, I feel like she's a either insane or a good all around pick.
Very safe, really steady. I mean, if you can hit your ult consistently, she's insane. If you can't, she's good. What would you say?
I would put her at the top of a good all around pick, honestly, or maybe at the bottom of insane.
I have to say, with that passive, in today's current status, she has to be at the bottom. Insane. Just because that power. That passive is insane. It is. It's insane. Uh, Serket.
Now, Circuit. Now, one of the most interesting things that's happened since 5 months in, she got 20%, which I think it was 30% at first, and they reduced it to 20% crit
Yeah.
chance on her one.
Just
That
for
is
free.
very, very insane.
It is. Which is why she's
Now,
God tier.
nah, I feel like she can be very good when built tank. She has very good protection shred, and she does true damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you can get
Is
away
it
with
true
her.
still? Are you sure?
I thought,
Oh, my bad, my bad. I'm thinking of her passive, not her ultimate. Her ultimate is true
yeah,
damage, yes. I
I
was
feel
like, I
like
think
she's a
that's
good
true.
tank. Probably pair her with the other tank on your team too. She has very good setup. What do
And
you
that
think?
and that crit will hit out of nowhere now,
Yeah.
just randomly. You will
Yeah,
find it.
tip for you guys, just you have to be very careful against Circuit early game with that passive on her one now, 20% crit chance.
Yeah, like that
Really
was
good.
just that was uncanny. That was out of pocket. What do you think?
Yeah.
Solid pickup or
Yeah,
meh?
I feel like she can be a solid pickup for her team, honestly.
But she has to be built tank. You can't beat
Yeah.
her or hybrid. Tank or hybrid. No damage. Set the Trepid God himself, the Kashi
Trepid, Hillside, a lot of people play this god.
hillside. Yeah.
And this god's been getting a lot of buffs recently too, during the last few patches. And I still think he's a really good overall pick, honestly, in high ranked games.
Hard
Because,
to bring him down, especially with his three.
yeah, damage reduction in his three, 15% in both, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He gets heals off his ult, and he does really good damage. Honestly, all you need, in my opinion, is a Transcendence and maybe just the rest tank items, but hybrid, and you're just set,
Sneak some
honestly.
attack speed in there just a little bit, like the Shoguns. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
We'll just
set.
say good all around
No
pick.
pun intended. Yeah,
I agree. Scotty on the melody.
Scotty. She's a one-on-one god.
She
That's
is. Yeah, she is. I mean, her three is really good in a team setting, but she's a mobile. That's just the thing. So it's like
yeah.
I
Her
put
ult
her in
can be very
trash.
annoying.
I feel. What do you think? Trash? Is that all right?
Huh? Hmm.
What do you think? Higher?
I feel like you can put her in meh, honestly. You can get away with putting her in meh. She may be one-on-one, but she can dish out some good damage, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, come to think of it, I think I would like her better than a Jing Wei, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ramet's, if, could be.
The only con about her, like I said, she is very immobile. She gets movement speed from her 3, but like I said, she is very immobile.
And from her dog, too, I think at level 5, it gives her 10% while he's biting an enemy, so there's that.
Yeah.
We'll see. Sobek's just got a lot of buffs. His ult does more damage. They shaved a lot of cooldowns off of his, was it his 2 and his 3, so that's nice.
Yeah. But think about
Slippery.
this, Nick. Do we honestly play Sobek for all those things? We only play Sobek for one thing and one thing only in Joust.
And that is to pluck people into
Yeah.
Narnia.
Yeah.
I gotta put him in
God.
God tier. For
Yep.
sure.
I think he's the best of the best, honestly. I don't ban. No, listen, I don't ban Sobek that often, but I really do think Sobek. I should ban him more, but I don't see him getting played enough. But he does get played a lot. He's in between that. I feel like people are afraid because people miss their. Like I'm saying they're afraid to miss their plucks.
Yeah. Which is something you shouldn't do with Sobek. You can't afford.
Yeah,
You definitely can't afford it. Goodness. Soul.
but the pluck is
Uh,
very good.
the pluck is the best. One of the best, if not the
Yeah.
best ability in the entire game. It's crazy. Soul.
Mage ADC items got buffed.
She's really strong early game. Good tower. Bull demon pressure.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she is a good all-around pick or a solid pickup. I think she does good damage.
Good
Honestly,
sustain.
probably
Good ult.
one
Her
of the
ult hits so hard.
that is the burial site god, and I think that is one of the best. I think of the mage ADCs, I think she is the best, probably, in my opinion.
Her
I don't
early
know.
run for sure. Yeah, I'd probably put her in God. Early run. I'm fine with that. What do you think?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Don't see her get played often, but I feel like she get played more even in this current meta. I feel like she's really good.
Sun Wukong. He just got buffed. His passive is going to be active, I think, what, at 60% of his health? 70%?
I've been seeing a lot of Song Wukongs. I'm gonna be real here. The Tiger Stun's great. That's the great
Mm.
thing about him. He has poke, which is one. Um,
There's
the
that
two's
one.
good.
There's that one ranked player. I forget his name, but he always plays him. And he does like
I feel
that
like,
neon skin.
and if you want to get out, you obviously have the 3. You have your ult. He's very safe, and he can do a lot of
Poseidon's
damage.
Rebirth. That's who it is.
Yeah, I feel like you can put him in a solid pick. Honestly, I feel like he can be very good.
Yeah, I agree. And his 2 is an attack speed slow as well now.
Yeah.
Susano, the E-boy.
Now this is very interesting because I'm a 9th star Susano and I play him a lot. I love my
Recently, a
assassins.
newfound love for Susano.
Yeah, I've always been a Susano player,
Me
respectfully,
too.
but
Me too.
my problem with Susano, I feel like if you CC him, he dies kind of. He's very safe too. Not
Does a lot of damage.
I'm not really sure where I'd put him at, honestly. I wouldn't play him in a ranked joust setting,
That's
even with an
true, which
Afro.
hurts him. Which hurts him, honestly. I mean, what would you say? Solid pickup, I guess.
I put him in, yeah, I put him in meh, honestly. You're not gonna see me play him in ranked joust.
You don't see him at all, really. I
Yeah.
have to dock him some points for that. Sylvanas.
Sylvanas, really good ult.
Yes.
Really good root from his 1. If he can grab people with the 3, that's also very good. He can also heal minions with his 2 now. That's really
Finally,
cool.
finally, out of nowhere, they decided to give it to him. Not for much though, but yeah, that is
The
pretty
only
cool.
con, now like I said, the only con about him is he's very immobile and very easy to kill.
Good sustain. I mean, if you have to hold on to his ult late game, you have to.
Yeah.
But it's really good initiation. Does a lot more damage than people realize. Gets
He can be a
protection
solid
shred
pickup.
his 2, and his 1. I put him in solid pickup for sure.
Yeah.
Let's do Terra.
Terra, interesting god too as well. Interesting guardian. She gets very good damage mitigation from her ult. Very good CC. I think she can be a good all-around pick for real. Way better than Sylvanas, I feel like.
I agree. Her obelisk is pretty good. Her ults is good.
Yeah. Her obelisk heal got kind of hit hard, when they introduced the new healing stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I still think she's okay. She gets now.
It's
I
a
don't know
lot
if you
harder to
need.
kill now too, since the
Yeah,
last time we did it. It's 5 hits
if you guys
instead of
haven't
3.
known this, if you guys didn't know this, who are watching, if you have your rocks up with Terra and you hit somebody, it slows them too, which is also really good.
And it's a cleave auto with bonus damage.
Yeah, just keep that in mind when you play her.
A lot of people don't pay attention to that. Thanatos. That's a good tip, Sam.
Um, Thanatos. The only reason you're ever gonna see me play Thanatos is only because the X cube. That's the only reason. I don't think he's great in Joust. Um, I'd put him in trash right at the bottom of meh, but like I said, it's the execution for me. What do you think?
I'll put him in trash. You just never see him. I mean, for the few times that he is like that unstoppable guy, then you'll be wished that, he wasn't in your game, but I have to put him at the top of the trash, probably.
Yeah.
The silence is good. The silence is good. The execute's good, but I mean the pen's good as well. But I don't know. I don't know. The Morgan.
Morgan, the CC on her one is good. Her two, good wave clear.
Good
She can
poke.
turn invisible, but the thing is, she's also immobile. She has no escape aside from her invis. Um,
Ultimate can be crazy late game depending on the comp, of course, but
yeah, but honestly, you could literally go any other mage pick with a better ult in the game for Joust. I feel like she's meh to me, for real. Nothing
I'd have to
special.
put her in meh. I agree. Nothing special. What about Thor though?
Thor, I feel like Thor is a really good Joust pick, even when built hybrid. The ult's really good when you don't expect it.
3 does some
Um,
good damage.
I feel like he can be a good all-around pick or a solid pick. People find him very annoying, like on the level of Bastet.
A good wall will trap him. I mean Bastet's in solid pick. I think he belongs next
Yeah.
to Bastet in my opinion. Now
Yeah.
Thoth, what do you think? Is Thoth still god tier? I personally still ban him every game, but what do you think, Sam?
I never ban Thoth anymore, but I feel like Thoth is still insane. The penetration from his passive still good, even in this meta. Very good.
His ult
He
hits
could be
really hard. He's hard to lock down.
he can either be god tier, but I feel like he's insane for now. But the
Put
thing
him
is,
in, Sam.
if you guys are gonna play Thoth, ban Fenrir. If you guys are playing on it, Fenrir is Thoth's worst enemy. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, he can't. He cannot shake the dog. He cannot shake him. Lay down the law with Tia.
Tier. Another guy that's gotten some nice buffs during the last 5 months. He can get equal protection and power from depending on which stance he is in his 3. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're in your physical stance, you can also get the protections or half of your protections from
Mm-hmm.
your
fifty
defensive stance
percent of
too.
both bonuses.
Yeah, and not to mention the big change, you get 25% damage dealt to gods in your assault stance and a stun in your defensive stance when using your ult.
Yeah, that is Mondo. What would you say, Sam? Good all around
I
pick.
feel like, I feel like he's a good all-around pick. He has too much CC.
Mm-hmm. I think he's held back from insane because you really truly never see him. We really don't. But I think he's a sleeper god. I think Tier should be in more of our games. What do you think about Euler,
Okay,
Rexy,
the
Joust
problem
Man?
with Uller, I love Uller. He's my most played hunter. I love playing him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with Uller right now is they nerfed Transcendence and they nerfed all the items of power. And that
Power
really
is
hurts him.
dead. That really
And
did.
if you're a smart Joust player, you're going the earring build. And if you know what the earring build is, you're probably going to go to earring. I've been saying a lot through this video. If you don't know what it is, you go earring into stuff like Shin Size, Executioner, Dominance. You have Bloodforge in there, Titan's Bane, OD Bow, stuff like that. It's literally what everyone's building, and Uller benefits a lot off um
Power.
Transcendence, yeah, power. I feel like you could still go him. I don't think Uller's trash, but I'm saying obviously Meridicus is good. So what does that make Uller? Because they're literally kind of the same god, maybe. Who knows? What do you think, Nick?
I put him in personally. I don't fear him, but I mean
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I'd just probably say because
if you're
he's gonna
if you're a good Uller,
he will run out of mana and then he has to back. So
yeah, if you're a good Uller, then kudos to you. But I feel like you can get away with playing him in some games. But obviously, there are way better hunters.
yeah, nowadays big baby of a mana.
Honestly, put him in dog shit because I feel like he got hit pretty hard with the recent nerfs in his ultimate.
Yeah, erosion's in the game now. I mean, he was really on the rise up, and he did not stop rising after our last Joust tier list. He just kept
Yeah,
rising and rising and rising. Got some insane Death Star nerfs, and now he's back down to where he used to be.
I haven't played him much since the nerf, but looking at those nerfs on the patch notes, it's just too insane. I feel like.
They wanted to get him out of the scene because he just
Yeah.
it's such a hard ult to balance. It's either stupidly OP or he dies, you know? So,
Well, the thing is, I think in the last 5 months of Amana's ult, it used to, obviously it used to heal.
mm,
Then
true.
they changed that to life steal, and he gets a big shield, which the shield was the bread and butter. Not only that, but the physical power too.
Yeah. Buffed his physical
Then
power. Gave him Aussie passive.
they nerfed the shield, and they nerfed the physical power, and they nerfed the movement speed he gets in his ult too. And they
Mm-hmm.
just kept nerfing at him and picking at him and picking at him
Nerfing his
more. And
passives, nerfing his
yeah,
abilities. Yeah. Until the crows have eaten all that's left.
yeah. In this meta right now, yeah, you can probably get away. Maybe if you're lucky, they get away with hitting a back line down. But you have to keep in mind, chin size is still good even after the chin size nerf, and hunters will shred you. And if
They
it's
will.
rank dust, everyone's gonna focus you, and Sunder's still a thing.
Sunder destroys him. It really does. Here's an exciting one, Vulcan. Vulcan got a
Vulcan.
really, really big buff on his turret. They took 4 seconds off its base cooldown, right, Sam? What was it? It's from like 11 to 6 now
Yeah.
or something? Or what is it?
Put that man either in insane or good all around pick because he, I guess, obviously his turret ignores protections. That's really good in this meta. You want that.
Insane. It's gotta be
Yeah.
insane.
Good all. The thing is about Vulcan, the only con about Vulcan is he can be very easy to kill, but at the same time be very hard to kill. Depending on who you are, he has good self peel,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe depending on who you have, like a Cabrakan maybe or something like that, or I'm not really sure, but like you can literally take out a Vulcan easily too, but he can be very hard to take out at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I think last time we did a video, our last tier list, I think he just got that buff, which he can now use as one in roots. And he's
Yeah.
only gotten better since then, so I think insane is definitely justified in this meta. Honestly. X Ball. X Ball has come such a long way, man. Holy.
Um, I feel like X-Ball can be put in insane,
Yeah.
maybe even God tier if lucky, because if you're a good, I mean, it's hard to explain honestly because I see X-Ball as an amazing god in ranked joust right now, even with the ring build. Um, it's just his one does way too much damage, and he can easily fully stack it in 8 to 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm. He gets so
maybe less
strong
than
early
that.
game. I mean, the only downside to X Ball is he's mana hungry, but his 2 is such a slept
Yeah,
on ability to so much damage. It's like a 20% slow for like 5 seconds. It's crazy.
CC immune 3, and then when paired with the Fafnir, he can hit her pretty hard, or anyone that can CC gods like that easily.
Even tanks will just get chewed away by him, and if they're not careful, they will fully stack his passive very early on in the game, taking poke. Xing Shen, what do you think about him, Sam? He recently got buffed.
I think he's still a good all-around pick. There's nothing wrong with Xingqian or playing him in your game. Now, obviously, there's better guardians to play in your games, but I still think Xingqian is a very good guardian to play. There's nothing
Mobile,
wrong with
good
Xingqian.
damage, good utility, good ult,
Yeah, damage reduction is one.
damage
Beads burner.
reduction. His root went from 1.6 seconds to 2, so that's a long route, man.
He can also probably get away with soloing a backline too if given the chance, if
Mm-hmm.
depending on how you build him.
Yeah, agreed. His ult does a lot of damage to squishies. Like late game, it does like 600. So I mean, it's pretty good. Yamoja.
Now, Yamoja.
Spider-Man,
I've been watching a lot of the comp, like I said, a lot of comp stuff. And in Conquest, Yamoja's in a tier of her own. Everyone says Yamoja's the best. I feel like
yeah.
there's a skill
Impossible to
gap.
balance. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I'd put her in ranked joust. I feel like if you can hit her one and stuff really easily, I feel like she can be very good. Her healing's very good, and the movement speed she gets from her three is very good. The ult's very
Shield.
good,
Yeah.
but you never see her. I never see her.
I don't think I've. I think it's been literally years since I've seen the Yamoja in Right Joust.
There,
Literally, or if I've ever seen it, to be honest.
yeah. I feel like there's a skill ceiling when you play this god. Honestly, I don't know if people have trouble hitting the stunner one, or what, or you know what I'm saying, controlling like being able to ult and keep people inside the ult with their three. But I
I
feel like she,
feel
in my eyes, she's a really good god, but I never see her get played.
I feel like we have to dock her points because she's never seen to be played. But I mean, she really is in a category of her own in Conquest. But this is ranked joust, but it's kind of hard to like base it off of you never see it, right? You know, so
Yeah,
I'd say solid pickup is a good place to put her because
yeah,
of that.
but if it gets to that point, I feel like Emoji could really be in a god tier section. I mean, maybe not god tier, but like insane if played correctly.
All it takes is like a Trelly video or this video,
Yeah,
something a compilation. Ymir, Ymir
Ymir,
is here. Now he's
he
gone.
can be he can be a solid pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Really, he's like I feel like he's on the same par as Sylvanas, except he has a freeze, which is a really good stun.
The wall's really nice.
Yeah, wall blocks stuff too.
Ultimate.
Someone hit. I got hit with a very good Ymir wall the other day when I was taking Bull Demon. We just got done taking Bull Demon and we tried to get out and he walled us, all three of us, and we got deicide and they ended off that one wall. I feel like if you can place the wall really well, it's really good. The freeze is good. I feel like you can do decent
Can
damage
place
too
the
with his
walls through
frostbite.
walls now, so that's really good. And it lasts longer at more durations. They cut it from 6 seconds down to 5, but it lasts for 2 seconds now and ramps up rather than just
Yeah,
1 second.
I think he's a
Um,
good god.
yeah,
Solid
people
pick.
do 10% less damage to gods when they're affected by frostbite, so that's also really good. All right.
All right.
All right. Hey Sam, what do you think about Zeus? I mean, he just got some. He still struggled. He really still really struggles with those out of conquest buffs. You know, the minus 10% damage to gods and 5% more on his abilities. What do you think?
Like I said, Zeus, in my eyes, he does a lot of damage. You let a Zeus get fed, and he's ridiculous. Um, yeah, I feel like in my eyes, Zeus is just an arena god. He's like a pub stompy god, kinda, but like, I don't think you should play him in Rank Joust. If you're gonna play him in Rank Joust, you guys have a comp behind him,
Mm-hmm.
and for overall, I feel like he's better. I'd put him I put him maybe in a solid pickup or maybe meh next to Poseidon because that's a easily good comparison. The alt's good,
I
but
agree.
like, yeah,
Both immobile though, but good damage, really strong damage. Goodness. Zhong Kui. You never see Zhong.
dude, I'm gonna be real with you. I played Zhang Kuei last night. I'm not gonna be saying it because I'm biased. I love Zhang Kuei.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't?
Eni recently got buffed again.
He did. He's more tanky now.
Yeah. I put him again. I put him probably right next to Zeus and Poseidon. He's probably meh, but the alt's really good. He has really good
Total's really
damaging
good.
abilities. You let a Zhong get ahead, and again, like I said, it's just gonna be hell for you. You can't kill him, and he's gonna be able to one shot you.
But, he'll never be like insane for now. I gotta say. Tsukuyomi.
The Nick Fernandez.
The special. Gekiomi.
Gosh.
Gekiomi's foreskin.
Or if they made made him knock up immune as two, I'd give him a case. But Nick, I'm gonna be real when I say this. I'd probably put him in meh or maybe trash. Honestly, I don't think he's good. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, power builds are kind of in the shitter right now. I'd have to put him in meh. He still does damage. His 3 is just so good. That's just the thing about Tsukiyomi. Even if you're the worst player in the world, you just place it down, and for 6 seconds, late game, it's a big problem. And I think for that, he'll never be worse than Meh, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But I don't think I don't think, if you're the best Tsukiyomi in the world, he's probably solid, but like, it's
yeah,
just, he's not really a joust god. Not really.
yeah. If if you're watching this video, make Tsukiyomi knock up immune in his two.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
He needs this. Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh. He's
Sam's
kind of fell.
future son's name.
Yeah, he's fell off the hierarchy, dude. He's fell off the hierarchy, but I feel like he's been brought back to life a little bit.
He's got some HP 5 sustain in his 1 now.
Dropkick's still good. The alt's good. I think you can put him in a solid pick,
Shamash and
honestly.
Keto.
He backlines insanely good, I feel like, but he gets kind of hurt without not being able to build items like Animosity from the starter
Yes,
set.
late game, Hunters will shred him.
Yeah,
I think
but
solid pick's
honestly,
fair. like you said.
Yeah, solid pick's fair. Good abilities. Passive's cool. You can get free items, free gold. Can put you ahead a little bit, but yeah, I feel like it's good.
Morgan Le Fay.
Morgan Le Fay. I feel like she can have the potential to be an insane mage or at the top of getting solid pick. I love Morgan Le Fay.
I think she's really good. I think, unfortunately, she suffers from. And she does have magical power built into her kit, but not in the same way that these other gods do. She has really good utility. Um, I don't know. I don't
Good
want to
self
put her in.
peel.
I don't want to. Good self peel. I don't want to put her in insane, but I think she's really good and good all around pick. I think
Yeah.
that's solid for her.
She's there with Agni and Persephone and
Good
yeah.
range on her three. You know,
Yeah.
one thing that people aren't aware of, if for some reason, I mean, stacking is not meta right now, but be careful if the enemy team's stacking and you decide to throw your clone on them, because every time they kill that clone, it will be 5 stacks for them. So that's just something I'm always aware of when I see
Yeah.
Morgan Le Fay in the game. I'm like, oh, I'm going to start stacking.
I feel like her ult does really good damage too, and for the most part, just
Good
I feel like she's
survivability. Yeah,
yeah.
her two's insane. Tiamat.
Tiamat,
Tiamat.
I feel like she's one of the best mages in Joust. I see her get played like frequently. She's not bannable, ban worthy, but best believe I feel like she's insane. She has damage mitigation in her ground stance along with the power she gets regularly throughout the game. Um, Not to mention, yeah, she can shred. She has potential to shred tanks too because she has 8 abilities, obviously. Or, you know what I'm saying? She's a stance switcher as well, but she
Yeah.
has. That's just I don't know. I like her.
She was really insane when year 10 dropped, and she was her and Merlin were just the kings of conquest, kings and queens of conquest, kings and queens of joust. In my opinion, you just build Tablet of Elves and Book of Thoth and call it a day. I think Tablet of Elves is back, Tablet of Destinies, and I
Yeah.
agree with saying what he's saying. I think she's definitely insane, very safe pick, really good damage, CC immune ult, really good poke, just can play it how you need to. You know what I mean? She has that ability
Yeah.
to adapt. She's good. Atlas, the baby cradle.
Now Atlas,
Atlas.
you can literally get away with building this man hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
He can if given the chance he can be tanky and do a shit ton of damage. I feel like he is insane. He's in the insane section. He still gets banned by some people I noticed. He can be
Yeah,
very annoying to be against.
for sure. I agree. I definitely agree.
Protection. Now, guys, this is gonna be a tip from me. When he uses ult, he gets protection shred in his ult for anyone who's in it. So that's very useful in this meta. So keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
another reason
power
why he's
shred
great.
too. Every tick, 5%, I believe. Or I don't know if it's 5% for power. I think it's just 2%. They do less power, but then yeah, 5% per tick. So maximum of like 30%. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Really good tip. Charybdis.
One of Krishoa's favorite gods, if not his favorite.
Krisha, make him.
She is very safe. Yeah, her three's good. I like
Mm-hmm.
her three. Her ult can be very good, but the thing is, her ult's very hard to hit. She can shred. She has potential to shred even with the ring build right now. Earring build.
She did get some
Um,
buffs on her splinter shots. Yep.
I feel like she can be a good all-around pick or a solid pick. What do you think?
I mean, not Dragoon like the dual player, the scummy dual player that everyone knows, but a former colleague of mine used to play on some competitive teams with him. Dragoon, like Goon. He made Charybdis look so good, man. But that was Conquest. But honestly, with her buffs, you don't see her at all. But I definitely think solid pickup. What do you think?
Yeah,
I think she has some potential
still
there
still way better hunter as a pick than her, but I like her.
for sure. Yu Huang, you never see Yu Huang. Well, not never, but you don't see him really.
I feel like Yuhong has good CC in his two, his Dao cultivation.
Mm-hmm.
His one
Protection
can be
shred
very annoying.
in his one.
The Goomba Stomp 3 is very safe. His ultimate is very it's a skill ceiling with his ult. You
Yes.
gotta know how to aim it and use it.
That delay too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goomba Stomp. That's
I'm not
it.
really sure where to put him at. I feel like he does good damage. Maybe good all around.
Definitely solid. It's just good all around. What do you think? I think he could be good all around, in my opinion. He's safe.
Yeah.
CC immunal. I agree. Good damage. Cleo.
Cleo, who recently just got buffed and can be on walls longer. You never see her get played in ranked joust. I feel like she can be a very good pick in conquest and other things, but like I don't know about ranked joust. I feel like she does great damage. You can possibly build her hybrid too.
Just doesn't really offer
Um,
much to the team. I mean, her ult's good, but
you can maybe get away with putting her in meh, but I feel like she's better than Thanatos and Nem. Maybe at the top of trash, but I don't necessarily think she's trash, but
I mean, if we're putting Raijin in meh, I feel like we have to put Cleo in meh.
yeah.
You know, I mean that's the way I look at it. But yeah, Lancelot, he hits pretty hard, man. He does.
He does. Another good god you can probably build hybrid with. You never see him in rank joust either. Like I said, the main assassins you're going to see in rank joust, as we already talked about, Fenrir, Naja. You can see the occasional Bastet and Thor, but those are mainly the ones you're going to see. I'd probably put him along with there in meh or trash probably.
He just doesn't have the ability to flex as good as them. I mean, he did just get buffed, I think, on his passive for basic attack autos, but let's be honest, in Joust, that's going to take all game to stack, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
even then, it's just, yeah, so meh. Shiva. You've been liking Shiva a lot more recently, I assume.
That is reason because he has protection shred in his I believe his one, the circle
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah,
That is
it's
very
flame.
good. He does great damage, and he's pretty tanky. And his ult still needs like it needs a little bit of tinkering to do, but I feel like he is very good because of the protection shred and damage he does. He can backline really easily. I like him.
I think, yeah, his combo definitely does a lot of damage. His 3 does a lot of damage. I think to remedy Shiva, it's either make his ult happen faster, like 20% faster, kind of like a Neath backflip used to be slower, like make his ult faster, like in terms of animation, or make him actually move faster, like give him more movement speed. Just
Yeah,
something to, I don't know. He just needs a little love. But I think with the protection shred, I think he's definitely made a comeback. I'd say good all around pick. Safe for him.
yeah,
Ishel, the brand new goddess to Smite.
yeah. Now, Isha, she does insane amount of damage. Insane CC for a mage. Really
Yes.
good CC. The only quarrel people have with Isho is her ult. It doesn't do enough damage. The only time you're gonna ever use like Isho's ult is if they're literally one shot or like you can literally get the kill with the ult. You don't have nothing else.
It's got good range, but yeah, I haven't played her much to be honest.
The
Really,
only con about Isho is
she needs to go on
she
a
has
diet,
no,
so we'll put her in
yeah,
dog shit. I don't know.
nah, she has no escape. But yeah, like I said, yeah. But Hera doesn't have an escape, Sam or Nick. But why are we? Why is Zeus and Poseidon? Why is Isho getting put up so high up there? Well, the reason why we put Isho so up high, or we're gonna put her so high up there, is because she does insane amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize how insane she is
Like
with
100
her
to
first grid
0.
mode.
She has a lot of movement speed. She has a knock up. She has a heal, a blind. It's crazy, man. I'd say good all around pick. What do you think?
Yeah, she can possibly be intentionally be insane too with Scylla, but just her not having an escape kind of hurts her. I'd put her up
Mm-hmm.
there at the top of good all around pick.
Yeah.
I don't want to ban her, but damn, she does hurt though.
She really
Honestly,
does. Honestly. Maui Wowie.
Maui, really good ult, really good ult, really good CC. He has a pull and a stun, and he
Mm-hmm.
can bring
His
teammates.
passive's really good if you know how to combo that with his abilities.
Movement speed and protection. I feel like you can be able to put him with a solid all around pick. Honestly, maybe insane. I don't think he's on the level of Atlas or Ares, but the ult's very good. I love his ult.
His
I
ult
don't know.
really late game is the key, honestly, but I think you definitely need to have people that understand him and know what to expect him,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe at the bottom of insane, at the top of good all around pick. I like him.
I'll put him at the top of good all around pick. I love Maui. Probably one of, if not my favorite Guardians to play. So much fun. So much fun. Surtur.
Surtur, I feel like he's good in conquest and good one on one, without a doubt in my
Mm,
mind. Benefits really well off starter items too, but in Josh, you don't get starter items like we already said.
yeah.
He has the problem when I have a Surtur is he has the Jormungandr problem. His ult takes too long to channel. I feel like
Mm. And he gets melted, and he just doesn't do enough
Yeah.
damage, I feel, like, to fulfill that tank role.
Yeah. I feel like he does good damage to the back line. I just feel like he's easy to melt too at the same time. Another glass cannon god.
I say solid pick is where he belongs.
Yeah.
Marty Goros.
This is the god I've compared Oler to. I feel like he does way more damage than Oler, and the ult's even more insane. I feel like you can put him in insane. He is literally one of the best hunters in the game.
His stinger is so good. I mean, his ultimate is Camazots on steroids. Literally just does much damage, and it's a protection shred.
He makes AMC 5 months ago look like a little honeybee.
Literally, I mean, like just his passive, like fully stack. I mean, by 20 minutes in, you're gonna have at least 15 stacks of his monstrosity, which is is even better nowadays than a previous what's it called, Soul Eater. Like, you can literally clear the wave from farther than rock and shoot a laser, and it will literally heal you for like 200, which is crazy. You know?
Yeah, and not to mention, you can hide in tall grass. You can hide these grass or glitch them in the walls a little bit. Not glitch necessarily, but hide the grass more in the walls. You can play like a rat a little bit. Wait for people to walk by. I get it's kind of a scummy way to play, but it's strategy. You're playing the win.
Yeah, just like a little League of Legends bush, and you really fuck him up.
Yeah, but overall, I feel like he does amazing damage. Good ult.
He's solid.
Got nerfed a little bit, but still good.
Oh, for sure. He's insane, but like, he's just all around. He's really, really good hunter right now. Definitely top 3, top 5. Ishtar.
Like a great value version of Hachi, man. I feel like Ishtar does great damage. I feel like she has a good ult, good escape, good abilities. I feel like you can put her in a good all-around pick, honestly. I feel like she's a good hunter overall.
Ult does a lot of damage. Her 2 does a lot of damage. Her 3 is really
great setup
good.
as well.
Great setup. Good clear. Got hurt with early game, but I like Ishtar, honestly. But that is gonna do it. Holy moly, what a long video. I'm looking right now at the recorder thing right here. It's 2 hours and 9 minutes, so probably...
Has it really been 2 hours?
It really has been like 2 hours, honestly. Holy smokes.
Oh my gosh.
If you guys made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to my good friend Sam. You can check him out on Twitch at Eulogies. I will leave a link to his channel on screen, as well as in the comments below. Sam, you have anything going on in your life right now you want to share? Or we can
just going to college. Yeah, I live stream a lot. Me and Nick gotta start hitting the rank queues again more. We don't do a queue as much as we used to, but we gotta fix that.
Definitely, like, it's a big part of keeping these tier lists up to date and as accurate as possible. Is definitely getting in some game time, especially together. We work very well together. But yeah, you guys can clearly see there's tons of god tier gods. If you're curious, what are the best gods? Some people are gonna, I'm sure, skip to the end of this video and look at all these insane gods, god tier gods, and even the good all around picks you just can't go wrong with. So that's like 40 gods. Try them out. Things have definitely changed since the last time I made one of these videos.
Didn't your viewers comment on the last one wanting you to make other guides too for different game modes?
I think so. So.
We should honestly try that too.
Yeah, we'll
honestly.
do it.
If you guys want that.
Definitely do like a conquest or a duel, or I don't know if someone said slash or something.
Yeah, someone did say slash.
Someone said slash.
We gotta get the other Nick in here for that one too, because he plays a lot of slash with us. You might have some good opinions with us here.
I agree. He'd be funny. I definitely want to make it more rapid fire. I'm fine with it being a 2-hour video for a video like this, where it's like we're not just saying, oh, he's insane, and we don't really give like a reason. We're giving like 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, reasons per god each. Which is really good. People are gonna want to know that, but definitely. For a slash tier list, we're going to rapid fire, what I mean? And refer you guys back to this video as to see why.
We really went in depth with here. A lot of tips.
Really hope you guys got something out of this video. I know I certainly did. Had a great time with Sam. And thank you again for watching. If you liked the video, you can leave a like down below, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. We read all comments down in the comment section below, so if you disagree with us, if you think Kuzenbo is shit and he belongs in dog shit, then that's a hot take, my friend, but yeah, I would like to hear it. Thanks again for watching. This is, and has always been, Explosion 789 and the Fabulous Eulogies. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.